put Saskatchewan on their heels.
So I know we talked about the weather a little bit, but one of the storylines coming into these games this weekend was the smoke. Obviously, there's wildfires going all across the province. Jasper just got evacuated the other day. It seems like it's a lot clearer here in Calgary than at least it was in Edmonton, where I drove up from this morning. Seems like it's decent down at the field. There's not a ton. You can't really smell it too much. Seems like decent conditions today for the players, but as of the past few summers, we've kind of been playing football in these smoky conditions a lot more than we're really used to.
You're absolutely correct. And what that smoke is going to do, it's going to make it harder for these guys to get oxygen inside, and you're going to see it add up as the course of the game goes on. But like we said earlier, it is hot down there on that field. Like, these guys are going to have to hydrate, put salt in their bodies, get their electrolytes in, because they're going to be losing a lot of moisture and a lot of salt here today.
So in a game like this, Tommy, we feel like we talk about this almost every game, but it is kind of more of an all-star game. It's an amalgamation of top talent from different schools, and these guys haven't had a lot of time to practice together quite yet.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct, and that's a factor that's going to weigh in to separate the teams between first and fourth in this tournament this week. Is, did you spend your time effectively preparing for situations that is going to help you win a football game? So a lot of times these guys don't spend a lot of time on special teams. So I'm eager to see, hey, do they have 12 bodies out on special teams? Are they giving the 5 yards on punt? And are they substituting properly?
Sometimes you see teams install some crazy things really quickly, maybe one play that can change a game. I've seen it even in opening kickoffs where a team will line up for an onside kick off the bat just to keep that receiving team off guard. You never truly know what's going to happen in these all-star games. It'll be Manitoba getting the ball first, donning the gold jerseys and the black pants. I was thinking of Saskatchewan already. Obviously, as you could probably assume, they're in the green and white.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and it's going to be important for coaches to hang on to those timeouts just in case they see a situation that they're not prepared for.
We are just about ready to go here from McMahon Stadium. Looks like that's Dominic Weens set to kick off. Wind blew the ball off the tee, so they'll reset quickly. 4 12-minute quarters.
And these guys look pumped up. These guys look ready to go. Let's see if someone can make a statement on this opening kickoff.
Weens will line up, kick off right down between the hash marks as we are underway from McMahon Stadium. Manitoba on the return, trying to take it to the right side and driven into the ground. Great special teams play there by Xavier Conley.
What a fill by Conley. He uses his field side leverage and steps into that tackle. And any time that you drive that ball carrier backwards, we call that finishing a play. Great play by number 34, Xavier Conley, out of the Bethlehem Stars program in Saskatchewan.
That was Owen Einfeld on the return, really nowhere to go. Brings Manitoba to the 25, where they will start their first drive. In at quarterback to start this game is Grayson Patz out of Springfield Collegiate Institute, 5'9", 165. They're going to go play action here on the first play. A completion down the middle to Pirani, and it looks like Manitoba has enough for the first down.
I like that. Looked like a little split zone RPO here to hit that backside slant. Great timing from the quarterback and receiver. Moves the chains for the first down of the game.
Looks like a well-oiled offense if you want to judge them through play one.
Hey, everyone looks good on play one after a first down, Connor. I'll tell you that much. Look at this line from Manitoba. Those are some big boys.
Big boys down there for Manitoba. See if they run behind them here. They will this time. Down the right side. And they're going to pick up about 3 on the play.
Yeah, and close to generating something good there, but I want to see that running back out of Manitoba get his shoulder pads north-south on first down and get us more than a yard on that first down run. But again, look at those big men up front moving bodies. That is some mass for the Manitoba offensive line.
They'll give Shaw, the running back, about 2.5, so second and a ways to go here for Manitoba.
And they're staying in this 32-gun weak set here for their third play in a row.
They'll empty out the backfield. Quarterback looking over the middle. Another reception to Pirani. He's breaking free across the 40. Pirani, no one's going to catch him. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Manitoba.
take it to the house, young man. Way to take that curl, convert the first down, turn on the afterburners, and take it in for 6. Oh, and that free safety from Saskatchewan, number 20, just a little bit bad angle there. We want to see that free safety come downhill, inside out, and fill. What a great touchdown by Manitoba.
That was a 73-yard strike to Taven Pirani, the 5'7" wide receiver out of College Oak Park High School, with his second reception on the game early, and it went for a long touchdown.
That is great to see. No hesitation after catching that football. Put the foot in the ground, get upfield.
Extra points can be a bit of an adventure at this level, and that one is no good. So Manitoba will just take the 6-point lead. They'll take it regardless. Important to get up on the scoreboard against a powerhouse like Saskatchewan as we get a look at the touchdown.
Way to find that soft spot in the zone. That's something that you usually don't see from these young players. He just sits in the open space, and the quarterback finds him on time. Way to catch that football. Find 6 for your team. Way to beat Manitoba.
I will say, usually a lot of these games can have a bit of sloppy starts offensively. It always seems like the defenses in these all-star games can be a step ahead of the offenses. Didn't see that at all.
You know what, Connor? I'm a defensive coach, and they always say it's easier coaching defense in these all-star games. I don't know what to tell you. That looked pretty crisp out of Manitoba on that first drive. And, hey, a 73-yard passing touchdown is a great way to open up the game.
So Manitoba to kick off now to Saskatchewan. They'll take it just beyond their 30. A quick return up the middle, and a tackle made by Wolgemuth.
And that's great starting field position for Saskatchewan. Anytime that you get the ball above your own 35-yard line, you are thinking green light for scoring on this drive. Let's see how Saskatchewan responds after giving up 6 on the last series.
Saskatchewan will start from the 41. It'll be Corbin Thompson to start at quarterback for the team in green. Quick handoff and a quick run to the left side. Tons of room here for Saskatchewan. They're going to cross the 50 and about a 20-yard gain on first down. That was Samuel Lafreniere. Big run for Saskatchewan to open the game.
Look at the speed from Samuel. Look at this. 14 in the backfield. He cuts it outside, puts his foot in the ground, gets upfield, finds that first down yard. Man, that's a good run and a great opening play for Team Saskatchewan. What a run by Samuel Lafreniere out of St. Joseph Guardians.
23 yards to open up the game. Lafreniere will stay in the backfield. They'll go to him again. Looks like the same play, except this time Manitoba had it well scouted. A gain of about 3 on first down.
Hey, if it's not broke, don't fix it. That definitely looked like the same play, but again, Manitoba's having some good penetration here early. If I'm coaching up those backers, I'm saying, hey guys, if we're going to be aggressive in the hole like that, let's take our shots, let's disrupt, and let's be aggressive. Really good play there on first down, and let's see what Saskatchewan calls up here in 2nd and 6.
From the Manitoba 42, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, with 1 in the backfield. Quarterback dropping back. It is intercepted. Manitoba with an early takeaway, and now they're on the return. That is Matthew Smello. Returns it past the 45. Huge play for Team Manitoba and Smello.
And that is one the quarterback is going to want back. If you see this, the halfback is sitting this the entire way. Great play. He sits on the deep out, can play the underneath, and look at that catch. And, hey, get your team the ball back. That is a great play by the Manitoba defense. And, hey, way to make a statement on your first offensive drive, Team Manitoba.
And this is an offense that just went 3 plays, 85 yards to the house. Another chance to extend their lead here early. Pat's still in at quarterback. Handoff over the middle. Quick gain of a couple there for Team Manitoba. Looked like Jabari Marshall in there at running back.
Yeah, and that just looked like the flip of the first play that we saw from these guys, where it's the split zone. That was a 23 set, and they brought the backside wide receiver on that bluff. Yeah, 2nd and 8. This is really a high passing situation here. Let's see how Manitoba responds.
Saskatchewan looking to force the 2-1 out and get the ball back after an early interception. They will pass. Pats down the left side. A bit of contact there, but the throw might have been a bit too long anyways, so I wonder if that might have been deemed an uncatchable ball as Manitoba will bring on the punting team.
And you know what? Saskatchewan, usually a very conservative defense, they send an all-out blitz here, sending 6. And in the secondary, anytime that they are sending 6, we tell our guys, just hold on, because we're expecting that ball to come out quickly. And on that one, the timing just off a little bit, but good statement for Saskatchewan saying, hey, we don't have fear to send the pressure on 2nd and 8.
Felt like an important stop there early after a touchdown for Manitoba and an interception on the other side. One of those things where there's so much time in a football game, but you don't want to get momentum out of your hands early.
Absolutely correct.
Saskatchewan on the return. This is Lafreniere breaking it down the left side. Breaks a tackle. There's a flag on the play. Lafreniere down to the 45 and finally pushed out of bounds. Manitoba will lose about 7 yards net, but we'll have to check the flag.
Man, this is a talented returner. Anytime that you, as a special teams coach, have a guy that you need to be worried about with the ball, and this is what it's seeming like from number 5 from Saskatchewan. Great vision, and I love the way that this guy finds his gap and gets north-south for positive yards.
So it was a holding call against Saskatchewan. So they're going to bring the ball back here. This will be a big loss for them. Of course, these holdings, it always seems like, oh, it's going from the 45 to our own 40, but really you don't know if that return happens without a possible hold there, right? So
you're absolutely correct. And again, starting field position on the minus 40 for Team Saskatchewan, not bad for this first down play.
This must have happened as they were around the 50-yard line already a little later in the return. Another handoff. This time it'll be to Nightingale, and he's met in the backfield. No gain.
And again, look at the penetration by this Manitoba defense. Anytime that you can get your helmet in the hole at the line of scrimmage as a defensive lineman, you are doing your job. And that's just a great rep there by number 8, Grayson Ross.
Still Corbin Thompson in at quarterback, 2nd and 10 to go. Likely a passing situation here. Bit of a snap count there. Looked like there was lots of movement. Thompson's just going to pull it down and run, and he's got no room. That was an awkward-looking play all the way there, Tommy, and I think Thompson might have been expecting a flag.
Yeah, the timing there seemed messed up. Looked like we were trying to get a hitch screen and go on the bottom of the screen here, but some miscommunication. Smart play by the quarterback to just tuck the football, not turn it over, and, hey, live for another down.
So that will bring on the punting unit.
Anytime that a return team has 2 returners like Manitoba does right now, you're not worried about punt pressure, but you need to be worried about the return. Big thing for the Saskatchewan players is maintaining field leverage on this punt. Let's see how they do it.
It's Cristofaro and Einfeld, the 2 returners out there for Manitoba. Weens to boot it away. It's a good boot on it. This one's going to bounce all the way. It splits the returners, now bouncing down inside the 5 before it's finally picked up by Cristofaro. And he's got nowhere to go. Huge special teams play for Saskatchewan is going to pin Manitoba inside the 5.
I love special teams plays like this. Look at this punt, line drive right between the 2 returners, and if you are a returner, you cannot let that ball hit the ground. Take that thing in the air. We take that thing on the 2-yard line heading backwards. Tough to get positive yardage. Great fill by Saskatchewan. Inside their -5. That is excellent.
So Manitoba's going to have a long ways to go here, stuck on their own 4. Tommy, what's the mindset of a coach coming into a drive like this? Are you trying to score a touchdown or just get your backs off your own goal line?
This is the rattlesnake position because you know that if you don't get a first down here, you're likely giving up points. So look for them to take a shot.
Bit of a screenplay here as they find Pirani again, scored the touchdown earlier. Oh my goodness!
Oh my.
Taven Pirani cut it back up the middle. It's a big gainer out to the 23.
Is that Pirani, or does that look like a young Nick Dembski out there? Oh my goodness, what a catch. He should be down at the 2-yard line. 1 broken tackle, 2 broken tackle, get upfield, 3. Look at that, find the first down, get your team out of the safety position, and it's 1st and 10, Team Manitoba.
Tell you what, these all-star games, sometimes we talk about how the teams will come together and stuff. Other times you just get the ball into your best playmakers' hands as many times as you can, and that is a path to winning in a game like this.
Hey, they'll tell you football's not that hard, man. Give the ball to your best athletes.
Maybe an option play there, and this one's going to be a win for Saskatchewan.
Yeah, again, looked a little bit like a miscommunication maybe. Reading that end plays it very, very well. Yeah, you know what? That's one of those things. If you're in an all-star team and you're trying to teach that read option and you've got a quarterback that's not part of their high school system, a lot of times you're going to see these quarterbacks not make the right read. I would have liked to have seen him hand that one off, but here we are in a 2nd and 12 for Team Manitoba.
My apologies, by the way. This is Hussein at quarterback, not Pats. I had the helmet colors mixed up on my sheet. That's on me. Hussein stepping up over the middle, and guess who they were looking for? Pirani. Saskatchewan, though, this time will break it up.
Great pocket presence by the quarterback to step up in that pocket. That's not something that you see from a lot of young quarterbacks. Way to step up, and you know what? He puts that just behind his intended receiver. If he puts that 1 or 2 yards in front, that might be another house call for the dangerous number 1 from Manitoba.
That was Samuel Dean on the pass breakup. Got his head turned around in time to locate that football. So this will bring up a big special teams play. These have gone in the favor of Saskatchewan so far.
Looks like pressure from Saskatchewan here.
Manitoba is able to get it away. Not a long one. It'll bounce just outside the 40. Saskatchewan picks it up, working down that right sideline. Not a lot of space, though, for Lafreniere as he's pushed out of bounds.
And when we talk about the importance of special teams, this is why. We've seen a number of quick series here, but again, Saskatchewan is getting the ball 1st and 10 now on the positive 45-yard line. That is excellent field position, and credit that to great special teams play out of Team Saskatchewan. .32 set, 3 receivers at the bottom of the screen here.
Thompson, a handoff up the middle to Lafreniere. And one of those Manitoba D linemen got an arm on him and just drug him to the ground.
Yeah, these big boys from Manitoba are causing havoc in the Saskatchewan backfield right now. And really good job by getting a hand on that jersey and bringing the ball carrier down for a short gain on 1st down. Anytime as a defense you can get that offense in a 2nd and 8 passing situations, it's a win for the defense.
2nd and 8.
32 set. They're bringing that strong side slot back over.
Another run here on 2nd and long, maybe looking to catch Manitoba off guard, but they were ready for it. They do get a bit of a push ahead, and I wonder if that 2nd down run to Lafreniere sets up going forward on 3rd.
Yeah, you're in no man's land here. Pretty long field goal and pretty difficult punt. This definitely smells like 3-down territory here for Team Saskatchewan. Looks like, what would you say that is, 3rd and 4?
Yeah, it looks close to a 3rd and 4 here. It's a long 4.
3rd and 4, you got to be thinking pass here if you're the Manitoba defense.
Lafreniere, the lone man in the backfield. They will go to the air. Thompson down the right side. They have a completion. Austin Barton down the right side gets it to the 22. 1st down, Saskatchewan. There is a flag.
Yeah, there is a flag down. That's just a little bit too soft on a 3rd down for me out of that Manitoba secondary. Hey, if it's 3rd and 4, you know that ball is going to be coming out quick, and that backside halfback just a little bit too soft on that one out of Team Manitoba.
This penalty is going to go against Saskatchewan. So, of course, Tommy, explain to the people at home why it's important when this holding occurred, because if this happens after the 1st down gained, Saskatchewan can still be on a 1st and 10.
You're totally correct. So if this holding occurred before yards gained, it's going to be a replay of 3rd down.
Saskatchewan, after yards gained.
And there we go.
10-yard penalty, 1st down.
So what that means is they have secured the 1st down, so it will be a 1st down, but we will be marching it back due to the holding call. Saskatchewan's very, very lucky. On third down, guys, we should not if I'm the OC, I'm telling my guys, third down, we don't take penalties. We want to have confidence to leave our offense out. And here they are, set up with a 1st and 10 on the 36-yard line going in.
So they will snap from the 36, net gain of about 3. Thompson looked like they wanted to hand it off, but a miscommunication as Thompson is met in the backfield. Braxton Cockle with the sack.
And you know what? Take them as they come. That is a great sack and a great play on first down. A little bit of miscommunication from the Saskatchewan backfield there. But hey, number 5, Braxton, do your job. Way to go in the backfield, get a sack. Now we're looking at a 2nd and, oh my goodness, 18? That's a long way to that first down stick, Connor.
They do call it a loss of 8. Thompson going to be forced to go to the air once again here on 2nd and very long. It's a screen play and almost a very athletic catch there, but it falls to the ground, and Saskatchewan's going to have to bring out their punting unit on 3rd and almost 20.
Yeah, and you know what? This is such a talented ball carrier that if he catches this clean, it looks like he's got space in front of him. But again, quarterback, a little bit early in the game, looks like he's not quite settled in, and maybe a Manitoba defender got a deflection on that, but that is a pass that you got to have a high completion rate. And you know what? 3rd and 18, Saskatchewan's forced back into a punting situation here. All I'm telling my kids is no big returns from the field side. Keep them inside the 20 here. Put it in the corner.
Kick is off from Weens. It's a fumble on the ground, and Manitoba returner doing probably a smart thing there just to hop on top of it there for Cristofaro.
Yeah, and you know what? This is the 2nd punt in a row that we've seen not handled cleanly by Team Manitoba, and that's something that as the game goes on, those are plays that you can't have. We are giving up field position because we're not fielding that ball clean. And again, if I'm a special teams coach in this All-Star weekend, I'm spending lots of time making sure that our returners are catching balls clean on punt return.
Time is starting to run out here in quarter 1. About 90 seconds to go here.
And all the formations we're seeing out of both offenses right now are these 32 gun sets. I'm waiting to see if someone's going to try and take advantage of a formation here.
Good first down run there for Team Manitoba. Pick up at least 6, maybe 7.
And just downhill. Let's move some bodies. Let's get the ball out. And look at this, 23 downhill, get some positive yard, carry tacklers with you. Now you set your offense up for a 2nd and a long 3. That's a great first down play for Team Manitoba.
Keeps that whole playbook open. You can look to any receiver. You can go back to Shaw once again.
Yeah, the stats will show you 2nd and 3. It's about 50-50 run pass in this situation, so they can go anywhere here.
They will go to the air. Quick look down the left side, and they had a receiver for a moment, but it's in and out of the hands as that pass was well defended by Team Saskatchewan as Cruz Simek Goler was in coverage.
And that's great coverage on 2nd and 3. But again, Manitoba offense, you just run for 7 yards on first down. You just got those big bodies moving. You got 2nd and 3 in your own end. I want to see you get that ball to that big back and earn that 3 yards. But you know what? Great play there from the defensive secondary for Team Saskatchewan on that 2nd down. And again, here we go. Another special teams play. I was not overly impressed with the punt last time from Team Manitoba. Let's see what they do here.
Vasconcelos on the punt. Bit of a better one this time. It'll hang in the air and bounce just outside the 45 and angled out of bounds as Lafreniere didn't quite track it down in time. There is a flag back at the 25.
And look at this pressure. That looping long snap. We get an A-gap pressure. Great job by number 15 for Saskatchewan. A lot of these guys, you'll see them diving and not having their hands together. I can tell that Saskatchewan has repped punt block. Great rep by number 15 there, and way to not contact the kicker on that one. I think I saw a helmet come off from a Saskatchewan defender there. I believe that's what the penalty is going to be for. Should be an unnecessary roughness on Team Manitoba.
So it was a 30-yard net difference after the punt. Probably take that on most high school special teams plays, and it should probably come down to about only a 15-yard net difference after the penalty here.
Hey, the great Tom Higgins always told me the best offensive play for any team is punt. And hey, if we net 30 yards every time on punt, that's a great punt. So well done, Team Manitoba, but you can't take away half that 30 yards on a penalty.
Number 11 on Manitoba. 15-yard penalty. First down.
And look at this starting field position. Again, Saskatchewan starting with the ball on the positive 36. This is green light for scoring. 32 set with a pistol. They're running stretch to the strong side here. Man, is that good pursuit by number 8. Someone needs to get a helmet on Grayson Ross because this guy is in the backfield every play for Team Manitoba.
So it is Bizarkowitz in at quarterback for Saskatchewan. Games like this, a lot of the times they will rotate through pretty often.
And just great pursuit there from the Manitoba team. You know what? You give up 3 yards on first down, I'll live with it. You put your defense in 2nd and 7, expect pass here. 32 set with a gun weak.
Lefty quarterback down the left side. It's nearly intercepted. It was in and through the hands of Peyton Clark.
It looked like a little bit of a smash concept into the boundary. And again, the Saskatchewan quarterback doesn't see that halfback. Oh, we get a cut. It's that corner trailing. Oh, that's one that corner's going to want back. But again, young quarterbacks, especially in these all-star games, need to go through their read progression. You're likely going to see different variations of cover 3, whether it's hold or cut, and we see a cut there. And if you see that corner low, throwing the out route into the boundary is always a risky play for Team Saskatchewan.
That was the last play of the first quarter. So just flipping sides of the field here real quick. Really good-looking first quarter there for Manitoba's defense, Tommy. They defended the run well. They gave up that long play to Lafreniere on first down, and it's funny because you never know what play is going to flip field position, but since then, Saskatchewan's been on their front foot with that big run in the punt. But Manitoba's defense has held incredibly strong so far.
You're totally right. The penetration getting up front from that Manitoba D-line is really causing havoc in the Saskatchewan backfield. But Saskatchewan's field position, they need to capitalize with some points. Hopefully Manitoba can respond here. Let's see if they can field this punt return cleanly.
Ball at the 33, outside field goal range.
2 returners back here from Manitoba. I want to see these guys catch this in the air and press it to the field.
See what Weens does here. Good punt here is going to be fielded at the 5-yard line. Saskatchewan got right up there just outside that 5-yard box. And a great special teams tackle. That's the second one of the game for Samuel Dean.
And that is what you want your coverage players to do. See how he's protecting the field side leverage? He's making that returner beat him to the inside. Way to come up, make a tackle on the 5-yard line, and you're setting your defense up for success. Great tackle by Samuel Dean out of the Marion Graham Falcons in Saskatoon.
Feels like Manitoba needs another big play here just to start to flip field position again.
Well, with a dangerous receiver like Taven Pirani, anything is possible here, Connor. 32 set, they bring the fly.
Play action from Hoseen. Doesn't like what he sees over the middle, has to get rid of it. And a smart play there from the young quarterback. I don't know when contact was made there, but that ball was either getting put down on the 1 or could have been a safety.
That's a great decision by the quarterback. You know what? They pick up that backside, double slants, okay? Throw that ball away, live for second down. And again, anytime that you're inside the 10, you're thinking, hey, if we don't get a first down here, we can give up a safety. And what that'll do is that'll give Saskatchewan the ball on their own 35-yard line. So if I'm Manitoba, take a shot here. Give me something electric, Manitoba. 23 set with a gun strong.
See what they got? No safety on this play for Saskatchewan, bringing everyone up. They're looking for the screenplay down the left side. They were looking for Einfeld, and I'll tell you what, there was one player on Saskatchewan that had a chance of a tackle, but with no safety behind him, that could have been that big play.
Oh, man, and again, we have a late flag there, and I think it's going to be roughing the passer, which you just took the ball away from your offense. That is a really tough play for the Saskatchewan defense, and you're right, Connor. No safety. They go hitch screen to the field side. We have one tackle to beat, and unfortunately, quarterback skips the ball to the wideout.
It is a roughing the passer. So not only does that get Manitoba a new set of sticks here, but it also backs them off of their goal line for the first time in a while.
And you know what? You want your kids to be aggressive, but taking a penalty in that situation is one of the worst things that you can do. And now Saskatchewan's going to have to reload on a 1st and 10.
Handoff, run up the middle. And that's going to go for over 10 here.
Simple, man. Just move some bodies, create a space, get that running back going downhill. I love this run from Manitoba. Look at the contact up front by the big boys. 76, great block. Way to slide to the linebacker. Great first down play for Team Manitoba. And again, look at them moving the ball here.
Good run there for McCarlo Shaw.
And
Looks
again,
like we've rotated quarterbacks here, Tommy. Tough to tell from up here, but I believe that is Grayson Pats into the game with the maroon helmet. Snap is high. Pats receives it clean for a moment. Saskatchewan trying to get on it, a fight for the football, and Saskatchewan thinks they have it, and I think they do too.
oh, my defensive coordinator blood is boiling here. Quarterback, get your hands up. Come on, man. That snap's going to hit you in the face mask. We need that one. That's a great play by the Saskatchewan defense. And again, I feel like a broken record, Connor. Saskatchewan is starting with the ball on the positive 24-yard line and has yet to score. I believe their last 4 drives have started in positive territory. They need to come away with some points here.
I think I saw Owen Topping at the bottom of that pile recovering the football there for Saskatchewan. Huge plays here. Bazarkowitz into the game at quarterback, floats it out to the right side. It is caught. Touchdown Saskatchewan.
Are you kidding me?
Nolan Holmes.
When this ball was thrown, I thought there is no way. There's 3 Manitoba defenders way to be. That Saskatchewan receiver tracks the football in the air, comes down with it for 6. That's exactly the response that you need if you're a Saskatchewan fan, as they even it up 6-6 here at McMahon Stadium. What a touchdown pass. Again, the quarterback, no hesitation there. Catch the football, look to the weak side, find your receiver, and hey, deliver a strike for 6. Put your team on the board, young fella. Way to be Team Saskatchewan. This is good football, Connor. I'll tell you that much. Good football.
Kai Griffin on for the extra point from the Swift Current Colts, looking to give him a 1-point advantage. Fumbled on the snap here. This one's blocked by Manitoba, and the play's whistled down.
I love it, and I'm going to shout out College Football 25. For any of you people out there that have been playing it, you know it's difficult to kick extra points.
I don't want to talk about it, Tommy.
We're seeing it out here today as we go 0 for 2 on extra points out here. But you know what? I love that it's a tie ball game, 6-6 here at McMahon Stadium, and what a response by Team Saskatchewan as they get on the scoreboard.
You know how many times I've lost to my brother in that dang game so far? I'm like 1-7 against him, and each game I lose by 1 point because I get a little too ambitious, and for some reason I try to add that extra power, goes in the red, and I do not have a good time.
If the creators of college football are listening, that's why you need to add the special teams coordinator role on college football, because the kicking is not good. And as we see it out here today, special teams playing a factor in Team Saskatchewan versus Team Manitoba.
So tell you what, how much did the Saskatchewan need those few plays there, Tommy? The interception, the fumble, and then the touchdown there. It felt like Manitoba had a bit of the momentum, and their offense was struggling to get going. Was this going to open the door for them now after that touchdown?
Oh, you're absolutely correct. For Saskatchewan to go into the halftime here, hopefully now with 6 on the scoreboard, just way better mentality coming out for the second half. But again, this Manitoba offense has playmakers that can score on any play.
That was Grayson Ross, one of the up men. A 6-foot-tall guy, 225 from College Oak Park High School, had to receive that one. Anytime a big man gets it, every now and then they try to run it. Usually not a good idea, so he'll just fall on his own 40. Good field position here to start for Manitoba. Best they've seen in a while.
And if I'm Manitoba, I want to get Taven Pirani back involved into this offense.
Hossein back in at quarterback. Throw down the left side, tightly contested. It is taken away. Return coming up here for McKechnie. Down across the 25. McKechnie just muscled that one away from the receiver. Huge play, Saskatchewan.
That is as good of coverage as you can see. But I am just a little bit confused as to what the quarterback saw there. He gets double curls with an 8 route on the field side, and the defense is playing hold. That halfback sitting on the curl, throw the wide out, young man. That's a big interception for Team Saskatchewan. And again, they are starting with the football on the negative 29-yard, sorry, on the positive 29-yard line.
Back-to-back plays with a turnover for the Manitoba offense. A jet sweep here. That'll count as a pass as they move it out to Barton. Barton makes a man miss across the 10. And is he in? Flag on the play, and it looks like they're marking him down at the 1.
And I want to shout out how Saskatchewan flag football impacts tournaments like this. This is something that you will see in flag football concepts where it is that fly jet sweep motion. And number 17 from Team Saskatchewan here does a great job of finding some daylight, breaking some tackles, and finding his way for a first down. But let's see what the flag is.
Looks like a holding against Saskatchewan is the indication. Looked like they might have scored on that play. Obviously, that'll be wiped out anyways with the flag here. And Saskatchewan's having a bit of penalty trouble right now, Tommy.
Yeah, and that's a big problem in these all-star games.
First down, Saskatchewan.
Trying to build discipline in a short amount of time is something that is difficult, but Manitoba's fortunate. Okay, here we go. The first formation that's been different for Team Saskatchewan. This is a 41 set. Look for a hit screen to the bottom, or if they like the matchup up top, look for them to take a vertical touchdown shot here.
Bizarkowitz in at quarterback. 4 receivers out to the right. Handoff to Lafreniere over the middle. Across the 10. Good first down production for Team Saskatchewan. Will leave them in second and short.
And this running back is well coached. He gets into contact early, but he keeps his legs moving and looks for that first down. Look at this. Takes the contact, feet stay moving, give me 4 more yards, and here we go. 2nd and 1 inside the 10. This is setting Saskatchewan up for a prime scoring opportunity.
Keep it on the ground here. Looks like 2nd and just inches. Saskatchewan was going to go no huddle there for a second. Now they'll huddle up.
So this is one of those niche things. Did you? Oh, they awarded a first down. Okay, so now it's first down. Okay.
They had marked it short originally and then changed it to sticks. That's why Saskatchewan huddled back up. They will snap it from looks like the 7. Lafreniere to the left of the quarterback. They'll hand it off again. This time met in the backfield. Still able to fall forward just past the line of scrimmage. Could be an important yard here as we set up 2nd and goal.
And this is a great play by the weak side end of Manitoba. Look at him. We call that race technique. He is screaming to the tailback. He's a free defender, and he makes the play. Great job by number 30, Caleb Edwards, out of. Where is he out of? He's out of Vincent Massey High School.
Wonder if it's 3-down territory for Saskatchewan. Bizarkowitz rolling out to the right. Flag on the play. Lefty across his body. Well defended by Manitoba, but there was a flag at the snap of the ball.
See, this is one of these all-star games where if you have a right-arm quarterback, right-arm quarterbacks love rolling to their right side. Left-arm quarterbacks do not enjoy rolling to their right side. I'm wondering if that's one of those plays that offensive coordinators thought, man, I wish I had my right-arm quarterback in there. But we're set up here, depending on the flag.
Looks like the indication is offside Manitoba. Should be 1st and goal.
And again, yeah. Taking these penalties, especially in the red zone, whether you're on offense or whether you're on defense, these penalties are magnified because you are awarding first down yardage here with sloppy play.
Offside, number 47, Manitoba.
So it turns out that was a free play for Saskatchewan all the way.
So this is a big statement here. 2nd and 3. If it's 3-down territory, look for them to run the ball here.
Lafreniere the back. Wide receiver motions to the left side of the line. They'll pull it. Quick throw to the goal line, and they score.
I love that. I absolutely love that. That is such a difficult concept to defend, especially on the goal line. Little play action. They're going to leak the H-back. What a play call.
Alex Fairbairn down in the flats.
And this is where the program strength of Saskatchewan is starting to take over. They've done their homework. That is a play that is a red zone design, and they put it in for 6 more. Great play call on that 2nd and short. Dang, I like that. That's good football. Now, let's see if we can get our first extra point of the day.
These can be big, especially in a close game like this one's been so far. That one is, looks like it's good, I think. Yep, 13-6 Saskatchewan.
There we go. So it still remains a 7-point ball game here and 7 minutes on the clock. Lots of time left going into half here. It's starting to look pretty breezy down there at field level. Looks like a lot of wind.
Tell you what there, Tommy, on that replay there, seen Fairbairn come up to the line off the motion. He did a really good job there acting like he was going to block there before he released.
We call that a bluff, and that was an excellent bluff. He's going to hang out there long enough to attract the linebacker to come downhill on the run motion, and he leaks out into the flats where there's no defender. Excellent play call, excellent design, and you could tell that's one that they have in their arsenal. So if I'm playing Team Saskatchewan on Saturday, that's a play I'm repping in the goal line.
Still got 7:23 to play here in the first half.
And Manitoba's starting to look a little bit defeated out here. This is a series where they need to get the ball to their best playmakers and get some positive yards. Get some momentum going for themselves again.
Dominic Weens will kick off from his own 45. Wind is picking up. It would be a little bit against Weens here. Ball bounces back towards Saskatchewan. Manitoba has to hop on it. They do return it across the 30. That ball might be out. It is. Who's got it? Saskatchewan with the football.
We got a flag down, and this flag could be huge because
that is usually in the area of an offside. When does he drop it? Right on the kick, Tommy. Got to be an offside, you'd think.
That's going to cost your team a possession if it's an offside. Again, Manitoba, the prime goal of kickoff return is get your team possession of the football. And any time on those short kicks, it's very difficult.
Oh. No flag. They dropped it.
Oh, and this is where Saskatchewan is going to look to put the foot down. That is a play, another turnover on special teams that you can't have. If I'm the Manitoba coach, I'm telling my players right now, gentlemen, we got 7 minutes left in the quarter. Let's slow down. Do your jobs. We can compete with these guys. But if we're turning the ball over and we're taking penalties, we are not going to be successful. Great timeout by coach here saying, boys, we need to bring this together, reload, and let's get a stop and get our ball back for the offense.
Tell you what, I know there's a lot of talk of this stadium. It's a bit of an older one. I still think it looks beautiful.
Yeah, well, let's not, I mean, you're from Edmonton. Let's not start the stadium talk. We have seen a couple renditions here of the new stadium coming in for the Calgary Flames. McMahon Stadium is as old as they come. Is it beautiful? I don't know if beautiful is the right word. I might say
it's got like an old school
eclectic.
Football charm to it.
Yes, eclectic. And the old school football charm, if you've ever been to a Stamps game, a Labor Day game, and you've had to wait 10 minutes to use the washroom, you would agree that, yes, it is a little old school. But beautiful stadium. Hey, it's a beautiful day out here. And you know what? I couldn't have asked for a better day of football, Connor.
The only thing I really don't like about this stadium as an Edmontonian is the baseball field about 50 yards away. I played some of my worst games imaginable there. I think I let up like 9 runs one time. It don't feel good when I look over there. It starts bringing back some bad memories.
We'll have to look up the stats for the next game, Connor.
Please don't.
32 set here from Saskatchewan. Let's see what they do on this first down. Starting with the football again in positive territory.
Quick screenplay out to the left side. They have a completion to Holmes, who scored a touchdown in the game today. They'll pick up about half the yardage.
And looks like he's just one block away here. Really good release by that tackle, number 67, but I want to see number 11 cut back inside, use that big block from yours. But, hey, anytime that you're picking up 6 yards on first down, Saskatchewan will take that all day.
Ball placed at the 23.
Back in a 32 gun weak set for Saskatchewan.
Bazarkowitz looking downfield, pass over the middle. It's incomplete. And I believe we are once again in 3-down territory here for Team Saskatchewan.
Yeah, tough. This is where, as a coach, you got to have, if you have confidence in your kicker, you know what line they can make it from. They're going into the wind right now, and coach says, you know what, hey, we're going to go for it on third down. But if you're going to go for it on third down, why not run the ball on second? That's me. Why not run it? You got 2nd and 4. Run the ball if you're going for it on third. Here we are on 3rd and 4. Let's see what they do.
Big play here for Bizarkowitz. Quick look to the left side on a comeback route. They've got the catch. Should be enough for a first down here for Nolan Holmes.
And this is the second conversion on third down for Team Saskatchewan, where they go boundary curls, and both Manitoba defenders are playing soft. Manitoba needs to make an adjustment here. Hey, on third down, if you're that low defender, you need to be able to play both of those curl routes and jump them, okay? 3rd and 4, guys, that's a money down. We got to make some stops here, Team Manitoba. Big conversion for Saskatchewan.
1st and 10 at the 16. Saskatchewan back into the red zone. They've been here quite a bit recently.
32 set with a gun strong.
Hand off to Nightingale. He's got space over the middle. Mid at the 5, driving his legs forward, and he should be marked down here at the 1.
And this looks like zone read from Team Saskatchewan, and really good read by the quarterback as the end goes right to quarterback. He hands that ball off, and look at the way that this Saskatchewan running back is finishing that run. Full contact, full throttle, down to the 1 yard line. Great run for Team Saskatchewan.
Any reason to look at something else other than running?
31 set, so this is our first 2-back set of the day. If I'm Saskatchewan, hand this thing off downhill.
Nightingale from the 1. He's got daylight into the end zone. Touchdown. That was Benjamin Penner, the receiver lined up in the backfield. Benjamin Penner with the touchdown.
And look at this edge control. My grandmother could have scored that one. That is excellent edge control by the Saskatchewan offensive line. And look at number 39 seal that edge. Easy touchdown for Team Saskatchewan as they continue to roll.
Okay, one more time, Tommy. Still learning these guys. That was Dominic Weens. Seen him kicking a few times.
Great rep by Dominic Weens. Here we go, 19-6. Let's see if we can get our second conversion of the game.
That one, probably the best looking one. 20-6 is the lead for Saskatchewan. They have scored 20 unanswered points after the opening touchdown from Taven Pirani.
Yeah, and again, look at this touchdown. You just see that offensive line fire off the football for Team Saskatchewan, and that is a great rep. And we said it on the kickoff return. Manitoba just looking a little bit deflated right now. If I am their special teams coach, I'm saying, hi, guys, all we need is possession here. Don't try and do someone else's job. If the football's kicked to you, secure the football, take some positive yards, but we cannot afford to turn the ball over here with 5 minutes remaining in the half. Only down 2 scores. It feels more than that, but a 14-point ball game here right now at McMahon Stadium.
Important drive here coming up for Manitoba. We're at that point in the half where you could see 2-3 more drives for each team, or Manitoba could bleed the clock, score, make it a 1-possession game going into half.
I wonder if they're going to kick it to the same kid.
Another deep kick fielded at the 15 by Einfeld. Bit of space in the return here across the 35. A much better return there for Manitoba.
Return. You field the ball in the air and your first steps are upfield, all of a sudden the return is set up for success. And again, Manitoba, I want to see those guys go find work on that kickoff return. Don't be one of those pylons that's standing around. Go find work. Put something good on film that shows that you're hustling for special teams. All the young guys out here, whether you're trying to make the U18 team, whether you're trying to make senior bowls, whatever it is, whether you're trying to get recruited to a university, hustle on special teams, stand out on special teams, and that is what makes your film jump at the next level.
Don't forget, this is the first of a doubleheader tonight from McMahon Stadium. Alberta and BC will face off. Kickoff slated for 7 o'clock. Run over the middle here from Manitoba. A bit of space there. We'll pick up about 6 yards on first down.
Yeah, and it looked like that split zone bluff again, and they had number 1 clear through that backfield. I'm wondering if they come back to that and maybe pull that in the future and get their ball to the talented number 1, Taven Pirani. But, hey, 2nd and 4 is a great situation here for Team Manitoba.
McCarlo Shaw in the backfield. They need to get about to the 48 to move the yardsticks. They'll fake the handoff to Shaw. They'll go to the flats. Reaching up for it is Pirani. And I'll tell you what, that one's not going to go for a big gain, just 6, but an important first down there that easily could have fell to the ground in an incompletion.
And just like we said, they run the exact same play, but this time pull it as no one adjusted to the motioning Pirani. Great job of just getting the ball to your ball carrier. Let him go find the first down, and hey, you set yourself up for a 1st and 10.
Spotted at the 50. Hand off to Shaw. And what a stand there from the Saskatchewan run stoppers.
Jeez, you know, there's 4 great blocks there, and we just miss one. And it's that one that makes the play. Really good play by number 41 out of Saskatchewan to take that on. That is linebacker Marco Cruzat out of Regina. What a fill there. And, hey, anytime that you set that offense up for a 2nd and long and 2nd and down on first down, you've done your job as a linebacker. Well done.
A gain of just 2 there after Cruzat drove the running back backwards. They'll empty out the backfield. Over the middle. Guess who? Pirani down to the 45. A 15-yard reception for Pirani.
Now I'm channeling all my energy here. Coach, run it again. It's open. Give that kid the ball. Look at this. Deliver the strike. Let him run. Great first down play here from Team Manitoba as they get the talented number 1 back involved in the offense. Way to be Pirani. Great first down.
So just mentioned talking about how many drives there can be, eating the clock. They've already eaten up 2 minutes here as the 3-minute warning is whistled in.
Yeah, if you're Team Manitoba, all you're thinking is we need points going into halftime right now, but I would like to see a little bit more tempo out of these guys.
Nothing there for Manitoba. Just a couple yards. Shaw had no room. Good team tackling there from Saskatchewan.
Yeah, you know what? This is that area where Team Manitoba might be in 3-down territory here. You know, they're in a 2nd and 9 situation, kind of in no man's land. This is an important play for them.
Yeah, you wonder if they're going to run it again. You do not want to give Saskatchewan this football back with too much time. They will go to the air. Look out to the right. Caught at the 40. Went backwards a couple yards, though, so it won't be a big gain here for Manitoba. Sets up a 3rd and 6.
And this is just Saskatchewan defense bread and butter. Let them throw the underneath route and come downhill and make a sure tackle. Let them catch the curl for a gain of 2. That's great defense there. You know what? And here we are in a 3rd and 6 situation that Manitoba is keeping their offense out for. This is an important down.
That was Austin Taylor on the reception. Big down here from McMahon Stadium. Khalil Hossein going to have to go to the air here on 3rd and 6. That snap is high. Hossein hustling back to his own 50, and he just had to fall on top of it. No chance there with Duncan Friesen right in the area. Turnover on downs.
Yeah, and that is such a killer. I feel bad for my man, number 76 there, our center from Manitoba. But, hey, every time as a center, your job is to make sure that that ball is hitting the quarterback. You take away an important chance there on 3rd down, and now Saskatchewan has a 1st and 10, again, in positive field position.
2 minutes here for Saskatchewan to work with. Lots of time from the 51. And I believe they've got timeouts in their pocket here, too. Zarkowitz has looked good here in the 2nd quarter. This time they'll hand it off over the middle. Not a ton of room there.
Better job by this Manitoba defensive line. The last few series we've seen them, they're standing up out of their stance. This is a better job of finding penetration and creating some seams. Great play again by number 8. This guy is making plays all over the place for Team Manitoba. Grayson Pats out of Springfield Collegiate Institute for Team Manitoba. 41 set here for Saskatchewan.
2nd and 8. Zarkowitz has a couple over the middle, and he'll go a little too high there for Austin Barton. Looked originally like he might have been looking to Fairbairn.
Yeah, and Manitoba brings some heat there, and you know what? Just sails that ball a little bit. But if I'm Team Manitoba, that is something that we can build some momentum on. Your team just got to stop on 2nd and long, and hey, we're going to get the ball back with a minute left here in the second quarter. Great stop by Manitoba.
Dominic Wiens back onto punt. Special teams has been a bit of an adventure today for Team Manitoba. Big return coming up here.
Take the ball in the air, young fellas. Take the ball in the air and get positive yards on your first steps. That's what I'm looking for here from the Team Manitoba returners. Oh, it's a short kick.
Might have been off the side of the foot of Weens. Fielded by Team Manitoba at about their own 25. And they will take it across the 30.
And you know what? Team Saskatchewan somehow avoids taking a no yards penalty there. Usually when it's a short kick, there's a lot of traffic. And if anyone's inside that 5-yard halo, you're going to get the no yards penalty. But again, great job by Saskatchewan not to get that. Looked like there were some bodies pretty close, but that's a tough call to make. Hey, Team Manitoba back with the ball here. If you're telling your offense you've got 3 downs, you got 1:24 to score. I want to see them get the ball to their talented wide receiver. Number 1. That is what I'm looking for here, Team Manitoba.
They got 1:24 to work from their own 31. They'll go to the air. Hossein going to pull it. And he will slide it about the 34. Took a hit as he was sliding. And there will be no flag on the play after a gain of about 3.
Again, great confidence by this young man to step up in the pocket. I think he may have tucked that a little bit early, but you can't go broke taking positive yardage on first down.
Timeout Saskatchewan here. They got Manitoba in a 2nd and long coming up. Maybe trying to save some time for themselves.
Coach from Saskatchewan here is saying we are going to take a timeout so that we can get the ball back and score again.
That's belief in your defense.
That is a lot. That is a confidence call in that timeout. If I'm Team Manitoba here, now you're in a little bit of a predicament. Do you run the ball and flush that second timeout, or do you say thank you very much and we're going to take a shot here on 2nd and 8?
Of course, the thought process there from Saskatchewan. Take the timeout, you get the stop. It'll give you about 20 more seconds to go and score yourself. The risk-reward comes in. If Manitoba gets this first down, obviously it's going to save them 20 seconds as well. So it's just a gamble. You're thinking it's a greater than 50% chance your defense gets the stop here.
I'm going to use the word arrogant. This would be an arrogant gamble here, but hey, the cards are on the table here. Let's see what Manitoba does on 2nd and 8. This could be a great timeout by Team Saskatchewan.
Big play here for Manitoba. Hossein will go to the air. Quick pump fake. He's got a receiver. He had Pirani, but he had some pressure on him as well, and he couldn't quite find him.
He had it, but you see the double clutch from the quarterback, and he's throwing off his back foot. Oh, young man, I want to see you when you take that ball, and it's 2nd and long. You see the defense is coming. You need to confidently plant that back foot and deliver a strike. He puts that just out of the reach of his receiver, and it turns out that was an excellent timeout by Team Saskatchewan as they look to get the ball back here with 1:14 left in the 2nd quarter.
So Manitoba will have to punt it away once more. Down by 14. Punt is off. A low line driver. Barton does a great job to field it over the shoulder. Makes one man miss. There is a flag on the play. Believe that'll be in the area of no yards. Barton across the 50 tries to keep it in bounds, but he did step out at the Manitoba 49. We will have to check the flag here. Of course,
I think that's going to be
no yards,
I think it's
but
going to be
it
a
could
block
be
in the back.
or a hold here.
That's a great rep by the gunner player by Team Manitoba. He stacks the defender and he takes that block in the back. You can't coach that better. If I'm talking to my gunners right now, you fly downfield, you be aggressive and you take a shot, but once you beat that blocker, I want to see you stack him just like this young man did, because if he blocks you, it's in the back and it's 15 yards. That's a great play by the Team Manitoba gunner on that punt play.
Those special teams penalties are so important. Saskatchewan could have had the ball inside the Manitoba 50, and now they're walking it all the way back to the Saskatchewan 30. That's a difference of 30 yards.
That totally is, and that's interesting to see how that's going to affect this play call here. Now, does Team Saskatchewan stay aggressive and go to the air, or do they go conservative and run the ball?
They got a minute to work. Still time. Another jet sweep here over to Barton. He's met in the backfield. A great tackle there for Team Manitoba.
Yeah, and that's one of those kind of in-between plays where you're saying, hey, we're going to do something safe to get this clock rolling, but maybe our guy will make a play and get a first down. But again, great job by this Manitoba defensive line to penetrate. Anytime that you're in the backfield like that, it is hard for an offense.
Timeout. Manitoba.
Interesting.
And Team Manitoba here says, you know what, we're going to take a timeout on 2nd and 14 and force these guys to give us the ball back. I like the call here from Team Manitoba.
That was Luis Vasconcelos out of St. Norbert Collegiate on the tackle.
So on 2nd and 14, you want to keep the clock rolling here. So do you hand the ball off, or do you go to something like a conservative screen call? We saw the screen earlier from Saskatchewan here. 2nd and 14, if it's me, I'm telling my defense, hey, alert draw, alert screen. Make sure someone's got vision on that backfield.
Manitoba, by the way, remember they did have to use a timeout earlier in the half, so if Saskatchewan does elect to go to the ground here, they should be able to tick the clock down to about 30 seconds or so. They do have a timeout, so they wouldn't need to snap the ball at 2 or 3. You could run the play clock all the way down to 1 and take your time.
Very fair. They may just run this out and look to start the second half up 14. Interesting here for Team Saskatchewan.
No extra blockers here for Saskatchewan, like you'll sometimes see. It is a halfback draw. He's met in the backfield. Lafreniere had nowhere to go. There was 3-4 Manitoba players right there.
And just like we said, hey, 2nd and 14, alert the draw. And there's three defenders in the backfield there sniffing that draw out. Really good job by Team Manitoba there to make the play on 2nd and long. And hey, just like we said, that was draw territory. Let's see if Manitoba can do anything getting the ball back here with a few seconds left on the clock.
They should have about a half a minute left to go by the time they get this ball back. Saskatchewan lined up to punt. They haven't whistled the play in yet, so now the clock will start ticking. And we'll see how long they decide to wait for here. They need to snap it at 31. Of course, you probably want to leave a couple extra seconds just to leave some room. They'll snap it at 39, bit of a high one. Received ball by the punter. Now a high punt will be fielded at the 50. Bobbled around for a moment. Might be some room down the left side here for Team Manitoba.
And great job.
Owen Einfeld across the 40, where Saskatchewan will finally bring him down.
That's exactly what you're after if you're Team Manitoba. Just get the ball back, give us some positive field position, and finally some space. But hey, I want to shout out the Saskatchewan punt coverage. Great job. They're not taking the 15-yard, no-yard penalty. But again, guys, use that field side leverage. Force that returner back inside. Great play by Manitoba.
How many plays can Manitoba get in here? They got 21 seconds left. Clock is stopped right now.
21 seconds. I have 3 plays before a field goal. So for us, I don't know how much confidence Team Manitoba has in their kicker, but we're going to find out here.
Hoseen. Some room on the right side here. Still looking to go to the air. Has a man and just a bit too long there. Out of the reach of Benjamin Penner.
And Benjamin Penner, I want to see you, if you see your quarterback scrambling, you need to help him out. He sits on that fly and die on the field side. Well, if you're open on the scramble rules, if you're short, go long. If you're long, go short. Find some open space. That's one that he's going to want back. Great extension of the play there by the Manitoba quarterback.
Had the option to pull it down and run there, but I think most quarterbacks, given the opportunity with a semi-open receiver there, will take the throw.
Especially with 21 seconds left in the half. Yeah, gonna try and be a little bit more aggressive here.
So now Manitoba, that play took 7 seconds after it was extended by Hoseen. Time for one more for sure, maybe 2. They'll fake the jet sweep to Pirani, and they can't find the receiver. They were looking in the direction of Austin Taylor. Now they're kind of in another conundrum here. 3rd and 10 from the 37 with 11 seconds to go.
Yeah, and the timing just a little bit off there. We had the receiver open. And again, number 7, Khalil Hoseen. I want to see you confidently step off that back foot and deliver a strike, young man. But here we are, 3rd down. They're getting another chance for this Manitoba offense. 23 set. Pirani here in the boundary. Let's see if they bring the fly motion or release him vertically.
They're looking towards Pirani. They're going to go to the boundary. No one there for Manitoba. It will fall to the ground with 6 seconds left to go in the half. So maybe time for a play or 2 here for Saskatchewan, starting on their own 37.
Yeah, unfortunate series there for Manitoba. You know, you've got 21 seconds left and the football in positive yardage, and we go 0 for 3. That is a tough way to go into the half. If I'm the Manitoba coaching staff, I'm telling my guys, hey, get some water, get an orange slice. We got to reload for this 14-point deficit coming out in the second half.
See what Saskatchewan has dialed up. They're just going to take a knee. They're going to run it a couple times, or do you go and be a little more aggressive? Looks like they will take the knee here and bring it into the half. Unless it's a fake. No.
And you know what? Saskatchewan, confident, 14 points in. 14 points up right now. Happy to take a 14-point lead going into half.
I'll let the clock go to zeros. And Bizarkowitz content, like you said, with the 2-touchdown lead for Saskatchewan. They'll head to the locker rooms up 20-6. Tommy, we've seen Manitoba score that opening touchdown. Got a couple stops on defense. Looked good for them, but Saskatchewan in control the rest of the way.
You're totally correct. Yeah, and you know what? Manitoba has electric playmakers on that offense, but the team Saskatchewan, the power of the program is starting to take over a little bit here. And like we said, there was 5 drives in that first half that Saskatchewan was starting with the ball in positive field position. And if I'm Team Manitoba, you can't win against a talented Team Saskatchewan by giving them positive field possession every series.
You got about 10 minutes to go to the bathroom, grab a drink of water before you join us again for the second half. Team Saskatchewan up 20-6 in the opening game of the U17 Western Challenge.
Break it down, kick the dust, make the sand spin. I love it when you again and again and again, again and again, again and again and again. I love it when you again and again and again, again and again.
It is plus 32 today here at the U17 Western Challenge here at McMahon Stadium, and that's going to make the comeback attempt a little harder for Team Manitoba, coming in with a 20-6 deficit. Connor Toffin and Tommy Knitter on the call here on this IC Live Procast. Tommy, really good first half there from Team Saskatchewan. They look like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, they certainly do. You know what? They're rolling here. They rolled in that second quarter, and that's why they're up 14 points here. I'm eager to see how nutrition and how the temperature and how the smoke is going to play a factor here in the second half. A lot of these guys haven't played a full football game in a long time, and they definitely have not played a football game in 32-degree heat. And if it's 32 degrees up here, down there on the turf, it has to be 10 degrees hotter. So I'm interested to see if that's going to play a factor here in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, by the end of the night, we're going to be sweating through our clothes up here. It is a heat bowl, and like you said, down on the field, always a little more, and we're not running sprints.
No sprints up here today, but we are sweating, and part of it is temperature, part of it is excitement. Here we are, second half, down 20-6. Manitoba's kicking the ball off. Saskatchewan, this is an important first drive. Are they going to run away with it here, or is Manitoba defense going to step up and get the ball back for their offense?
Luis Vasconcelos standing on his own 41, ready to kick it off here as the second half is underway. A good kick here is going to be fielded by Lafreniere inside of his own 20 as the ball was bouncing away. Manitoba's right there, but Lafreniere has found a seam and then is leveled by Vasconcelos. He's a kicker, but he's also a D lineman.
Get Pat McAfee to shout this one out. Kickers are players too. Look at this. Great job as a field side safety by number 14. Great return here from Saskatchewan. Press that boundary seam, but 14, boom. Lower it. Sit him down next to the bench, big fella. Ooh, I like that. And good way to get Manitoba rolling here to start the second half.
Never a bad thing having a 225-pound, 6'1" kicker. So Saskatchewan will start on their own 36. A handoff to Lafreniere over the middle. Goes for just a couple. Manitoba's D-line standing strong here on play one of the second half.
Yeah, and great hold by the Saskatchewan quarterback there. You can tell he's holding that read for longer. But again, the penetration by Manitoba defensive line is causing havoc. Manitoba D-line, you need to take this game over, and you need to continue to wreak havoc in that offensive backfield.
2nd and 8.
32 set here for Saskatchewan.
Long pass down the left side. They have a receiver. It's Alex Fairbairn with room to run. Going towards the sideline and finally pushed out at the 20-yard line. Big gainer for Team Saskatchewan.
Yeah, and you know what? Dylan Winters, number 22 here, field side corner from Manitoba, got caught with his eyes in the backfield, misses the receiver behind him, and gives Saskatchewan a very big play here in the opening drive of the third quarter. Tough for the Manitoba defense.
Great throw there from Sam Bazarkowitz.
32 sets here, and again, Manitoba just sitting in that cover 3 defense.
Lafreniere bouncing to the outside and now driving forward down around the 10-yard line. Great run there. Good patience there for Bazarkowitz.
Yeah, 9 yards on first down is churning the football. Great job here from Team Saskatchewan. This ball carrier has excellent vision. He's finishing his runs with both hands on the football going upfield. Great play there for Team Saskatchewan.
2nd and just 1 to go.
And they're back to their backfield here. Let's see if they go back to the stretch strong.
It's number 39, Jake Woods, line to the left of the quarterback. Not much there. There is a flag on the plate.
Yeah, and that flag's usually in the area of a legal block or holding.
Could be a big one here. It looked like it was before yards were gained.
That is a big one. Yeah, you convert on 2nd and short, and now they're going to be taking them back, eager to see if it was after yards gained or before yards gained.
Team Saskatchewan, they've been in a bit of penalty trouble today. Is that just a lack of cohesion, a lack of practice time together?
It's the first game. You're always kind of shaking the cobwebs out, figuring out what the hand you've been dealt in terms of players is. But if you want to be successful in this tournament, it is going to come down to discipline. And taking penalties like this is things that are going to cost you in a gold medal game. So a lot of things for Team Saskatchewan to work on, but they are a dominant team out here in the Western Challenge.
So it was a holding against Saskatchewan. They'll move it back 10 yards. 2nd and 11 now.
And Saskatchewan quickly went back to their 5 wide receiver package here as they go 41 set with a gun weak. 2nd and 12.
Sarkowitz looking left before the play. Now they'll go right out to Lafreniere. Wonder if that was a bit of an eye sell before the play there from the quarterback.
Yeah.
He couldn't quite find Lafreniere down with the screen.
And again, left-handed quarterback, he puts his back to where his intended target is, takes his eyes off a little bit there. If that's a right-handed quarterback, that's a little bit of an easier throw. He missed the talented running back, and here we are. Looks like they're going to be in a field goal on their 3rd down here for Team Saskatchewan.
First field goal attempt of the day from either side today.
Yeah.
Not an easy one here. We've seen some adventures on extra points. Kai Griffin, it'll be a 27-yarder with the wind at his back.
Yeah, and you know what? All I'm telling my field goal return unit here is if this thing is low or if it's wide, get that football and press the seam to the field side here.
Looks like Hayden Carrier standing in the end zone, hoping for an opportunity. Kick is up from Griffin. It's got the distance. It is off the post. And it bounced just outside. Field goal no good for Griffin, but some good leg on it. Maybe a sign for something they can go for later in the game too.
Great snap, great hold, but off the post means it's blown dead. For my football fans at home, the uprights are considered a piece of playing field equipment, and if the football touches it, it is blown dead. Manitoba's fortunate there to escape with 0 points and keep this a 2-possession ball game here in the 3rd quarter.
Remember, they had a first down. I believe it was inside the 10 before a holding call brought it all the way back. So Manitoba was able to stop Saskatchewan. You know, they gained a lot of yardage there, but only ended up eating off about 2.5 minutes off the clock.
Totally, Connor, and that's a point that may come back to here to haunt Team Saskatchewan. That holding call on 2nd and 1 took points off the board here for the Team Saskatchewan.
What do we have going on here? Just moving the ball back a little bit? I believe they might have just spotted it in the wrong area. First game for the officials, too. Sometimes you see a little bit of clunkiness from them. I thought it's been a well-officiated game so far tonight, though.
These officials are sharp, and the smoke and the heat is not affecting them at all. Great alignment of the football there by the officials.
All right, so Team Manitoba with their first crack at it here in the 2nd half. And Team Saskatchewan will win play 1 big.
And look at a lot of bodies for the Team Manitoba standing around the football. I'm wondering if exhaustion's starting to play a factor here. If we're going to come out and run the football, guys, behind this big O-line, you need this O-line to go attack. Come on, Manitoba. We got to dig deep here. It is a 14-point ball game. You're 2nd and 10 in your own end. What can we dial up here?
That was Jack Ballin and Xavier Conley meeting the ball carrier in the backfield. Another handoff here, maybe trying to catch Saskatchewan off guard, but no room off the edge for McCarlo Shaw, and Manitoba is going to have to punt this one away.
And that is a great tackle. I believe that's, I don't know what number that is for Team Saskatchewan, but great job coming downhill. I love that tackle. 26. Kenji Suga out of River East Collegiate. Great tackle on the play on 2nd and long. Forced Manitoba into a punt. Well done. Oh, Carver McLennan. My apologies. Carver McLennan, number 26 for Team Saskatchewan. That is a great tackle, young man. Well done.
So Manitoba, punter standing inside their own 5, had to get it away quick. Team Saskatchewan nearly blocked it. Barton here on the punt return now, down at the 35. Good field position once again for this Team Saskatchewan offense.
We've seen A-gap pressure here from Saskatchewan. Look at that, right down Main Street. Oh, number 41.
Hey.
Baby, untouched, block that thing.
Tell you what, though, good job not to contact the punter.
Hey, I'm telling you, Team Saskatchewan has repped this. You see the defenders have their hands together. They're not leaving their feet. They're not contacting the punter. Excellent. But if I'm Team Manitoba, you gotta shore up A-gap protection on punt, fellas.
All right, Team Saskatchewan
Positive field position again.
Basarkowitz fakes down low, going up top for Barton near the end zone. Touchdown, Team Saskatchewan, a long one to Austin Barton. 35 yards, Saskatchewan is up by 20.
And we call this steering. It's a hitch, screen, and go on the top. And he has them burnt all day. What a throw, what a catch from Team Saskatchewan here as they make a statement. Look at that ball placement. Drop it in there, young fella. What a touchdown, Team Saskatchewan. Oh, and any team that runs hitch screens, like any team that's running those, you know as a DB, the second play off of it is that hitch screen and go. Manitoba, unfortunate there.
Kai Griffin on for the extra point, is up and good. Missed the first one. The other three, though, have looked relatively easy for the Swift Current Bronco.
And again, this is something that you want your kickers to build confidence in as the game goes on and as this tournament goes on. This may come down to a game here, whether it's tonight or whether it's on Saturday, may come down to a field goal. And every easy kick that your kicker gets is another stroke of confidence. Well done. Great drive there from Team Saskatchewan. And I'm going to say it again. Manitoba is looking flat here, down 27-6 in the third quarter.
Swift Current Colts, by the way, getting my horses mixed up, not a huge nature guy.
Swift Current Colts, that sounds like a great program.
All right, so now Team Manitoba down by 21, momentum a little bit out of control. They will get a second game no matter what, come back or not. They are going to play Saturday. We kick off at 10 o'clock for the third place game on Sunday, and the first place game will be played at 1. Team Saskatchewan in control right now. Winner will face the winner of Alberta and BC in the nightcap tonight. That kicks off at 7 o'clock.
And we need an electric strike here for Team Manitoba because they are down big against one of the perennial powerhouses in Team Saskatchewan. Look for Team Manitoba to get the ball to some of their talented players here. And you know what? The other thing I'm going to look for, you're at the point now with 8 minutes left in the third that you need to bring some tempo on offense. You're not only down on the scoreboard, but you're running out of time on the clock. So if I'm Team Manitoba, I want to have a little bit of kick in my step here, getting up to the offensive line of scrimmage.
Still lots of time, and we always talk about that last 3 minutes in Canadian timing, how much time you can have left. If you could just get it down to, even 2 possessions, that would keep yourself alive.
Anything can happen.
There's still time from that. Remember, though, only 12-minute quarters here at this level, so there's only 20 minutes left in the game altogether.
32 set here for Team Manitoba.
They'll fake the handoff, quick throw to the right, and it might have looked like a miss, but there was a ton of pressure on the quarterback that time. Owen Topping was right in the area, and if anything, Hoseen did good just to avoid the sack.
Yeah, and you know what? Just that strong side end right off the edge, untouched there. If I'm the quarterback and I see that he's got a clear line of pressure on me, I might shorten up that play action pass just so that I can get the ball out on time. Tough incompletion for Team Manitoba on first down.
2nd and 10. Lots of time left, but they need that momentum to start going in their favor.
I'll tell you what, Connor, they need something here on 2nd and 10.
They'll fake the handoff again, quick screen play out to the left, and a quick tackle made by Saskatchewan. That is Harrison Russo from the Holy Cross Crusaders.
I don't love the play action pass, and here's the reason why. You haven't done really a strong enough job of establishing that run game, and it's 2nd and 10. These Saskatchewan defenders have done a great job of rallying on the football all day. Now you put yourself into a 3rd and 7 here with 7 minutes left. This might be a ball game down right here, Connor.
Well, Manitoba's going to go for it. Seen a few punts today with net averages only about 15, 20, so that could be their mindset going into this. They're going to have to throw down the left side. It's intercepted with a chance of a return. Team Saskatchewan with another big play. That is Cruz Simon Goler with the pick and the return. There is a flag at the 35. Not sure when that one came out.
This is, I'm not sure what our quarterback's reading here, okay? That is a tough. He's staring down that slot back the entire way. Oh, that's a great play by the Saskatchewan defense. Looks.
Number 62 of Manitoba. That penalty's declined to turnover interception. First down, Saskatchewan.
And that is a tough third down play call. And you know what? At the end of this game, I think Team Manitoba and Team Saskatchewan, the two things they're going to compare is success on third down. And Saskatchewan is eating them up both offensively and defensively on third down right now.
Saskatchewan with great field position once again, ball at the 24.
And this is the first time we've seen them under the center here.
Telltale of a run here. Lafreniere will fall down up to the 21.
And this is where dominant programs just squeeze the life out of you. You've got a multiple possession lead here in the second half. All Saskatchewan is looking at doing is keeping the clock moving, keep the ball moving, and earn that field position. Any kind of points in a situation like this is gravy. Well done by Team Saskatchewan. 32 set here with that gun weak 2nd and 7.
6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Saskatchewan probably in field goal range already. They're going to throw over the middle, and they have a completion.
And again, they go to the curl out concept. Both teams have been running this curl out concept, but what the Saskatchewan receiver does such a better job of is finding and sitting in that soft spot. What ball placement between 3 defenders. Great throw and catch. That's a big league throw right there from that quarterback.
First touch of the game for Blaise Pettipies out of the BJM Saints from Saskatoon. Takes Saskatchewan down to the 6-yard line.
And they're back to their 2-back set here. Out of a formation that we haven't seen. It looks like a strong wing back here.
Looking to make it a 4-possession game. They'll fake it to Lafreniere. To the end zone, and they were looking for Barton. Just out of his reach.
I really like the footwork there from the Saskatchewan quarterback. That left-hander, he plants his foot, but it looks like he just sails the ball a little bit as he had number 17 on the out route. Just puts that a little bit high, but hey, it's a throw that only your receiver can get, and you live for second down here on the 6-yard line.
Once again, another tough one for a lefty quarterback to make there. Usually you'll see him rolling out to the left.
You're absolutely correct, yeah. Yeah, the putting your back to your intended receiver is a difficult thing to do for young quarterbacks.
Over the middle. There was a defender. There was a goalpost. It didn't matter. Touchdown, Saskatchewan. Alex Fairbairn, his 2nd of the game.
That is a wild throw in Canadian football. To throw it inside of the post on 2nd and goal from the 6. What a ball and what a touchdown. Team Saskatchewan up big here in the third quarter.
It's pretty much into double coverage there.
Dang. That is confidence. Wow. You know what? As a DB, I usually cheat that close to the goal line. I use that pole as a 13th defender, but great job there from Saskatchewan, finding the hole.
Griffin puts it through, and Saskatchewan's starting to run away with it now, 34-6.
Yeah, this is like we said, the mark of a great program is if you get a lead, how you control the football and how you control the clock. And Saskatchewan's done a great job here of dominating Team Manitoba in the last 20 minutes of play.
So for Team Manitoba now, down by 28, still time left, but I think we start to think about the possibility of this comeback. Could be too late at this point, the way Saskatchewan is playing. So going forward, Tommy, as a coach, are you still coaching to win this game, or do you start coaching to try some different plays you haven't tried yet? Start installing some things, get the ball into some guys' hands that haven't touched the ball yet, and look forward to Saturday.
Yeah, you know, I'd love to say that we as coaches are already looking ahead to Saturday, but I can tell you, these guys are still focused on winning today. But if it's me and I'm on that Team Manitoba sideline, what I'm looking for is some coaching adjustments. How can we make some in-game adjustments to what our concepts are so that we can start to take advantage here of Saskatchewan and build some momentum for our game coming up on Saturday?
Weens in to kick it off. A really good one here. Up and over the return team here for Manitoba. Cristofaro backed up near his own goal line. Delays a little bit, finds a bit of a hole down across the 10. Flag late in the play. And we'll have to check. It could be important here. It could back up Manitoba quite a bit, or it could give them a little bit of breathing room.
Again, This is the importance of fielding the ball in the air, young returners. We now, our first contact on the football is on the 2-yard line heading backwards. That is trouble for a returner. Returners, play deeper, come up, attack that football, catch it in the air, get some positive yardage. We are going to be starting this drive inside of our own 10. Looks like there's a penalty on Saskatchewan that might be moving the ball up. But again, if you are trying to build some momentum for this team, Manitoba, you have to catch the ball in the air on your special teams. And you cannot be taking undisciplined penalties.
Face mask, number 85 of Saskatchewan. 15-yard penalty. First down.
So it'll be 15 yards from the end of the play. So Manitoba gets away a little lucky here. They'll put the ball down at the 27.
That bails these guys out huge because you are inside your own 10, which is a scary territory to be for an offense. And here we are set up 1st and 10 on their own 27-yard line.
4:35 to go here in the third quarter. Quick pass out to Pirani, looking for some running room, and he will take it just across the 30-yard line.
Yeah, and again, that's a talented player here, but a lot of penetration by that Saskatchewan defense. Really good job there by number 33. I don't know if he had the two-way go to go inside, but hey, great job by the Saskatchewan secondary rallying up, keeping that gain on first down to 4 yards.
2nd and 6 here for Team Manitoba.
Okay, Manitoba, show us something here. Give us a flash of the excellence that we saw earlier here in the first quarter.
Looks like Grayson Patton is quarterback. Saskatchewan going to bring the blitz. Pat somehow gets away, but that second level of rushing will do the job for Saskatchewan. A sack will bring Manitoba to a 3rd and long.
And again, young quarterbacks, I know that snap is a little bit high, but in your pre-snap progression, you have to have your eyes up. You can sense the pressure from Saskatchewan. It is a 2nd and long. You got to think, okay, if the pressure's coming, I got to get that ball out quickly. Again, just a little bit unpolished there from Manitoba on 2nd and long.
Can a center tell when that pressure is coming as well? Could that get into their head a little bit?
Yeah, you know what? The centers had a little bit of the yips today with a couple high snaps, and that was one that was just outside of the strike zone, which adds more time onto that quarterback's read.
That was the same guy for Saskatchewan there. Marco Kruzak getting real close to a block. But overall, a great special teams play here for Team Manitoba as they take Saskatchewan down at the 45.
And when we talk about high-level coaching, this is one of the mistakes that we have seen. We've seen A-gap pressure here 3 times in a row from Saskatchewan, and there has not been a good adjustment made by this Team Manitoba. If I am the special teams coach, that is something that we have to shore up. You have to protect inside out on that punt protection team. And, fellas, if you, as a special teams coordinator, you want to go to sleep at night, you got to be able to protect the A-gaps on punt. And Manitoba is getting exposed on their punt team right now.
There's a penalty on the play here.
No yards. Number 47 on Manitoba.
Tough one there for Team Manitoba. That's virtually going to make the difference. 5 yards or so, if that.
And again, Team Saskatchewan has yet to take a no yards today, and that's why it's such a big penalty. It negates the punt by Team Manitoba, and Team Saskatchewan starts with the ball on the positive 30.
Bit of a counter there. Not sure if it was on purpose, but a quick tackle there on Caden Nightingale as Braxton Cockhill holds his ground.
And this D-line is a shining group here for Team Manitoba. These guys have athletes that are making plays for their team. If I'm this Team Manitoba defense, man, let the big dogs roll. Let them go make some plays. And on the back end, let's be more aggressive and let's trust that our D-line is going to get pressure.
Just over 2.5 minutes to go here. Pass out to the right in tight coverage. Beautifully defended there by Dylan McLean.
And finally some aggression here out of that Manitoba secondary. 32 set. Looks like we got double seams there. And you know what? That's a great pass breakup, okay? Great play by that defensive back. Number 2, Dylan McLean from the Interlake Thunder Football Club. Nice play, young man. Okay, and now we're going to 3rd and 15. Looks like Saskatchewan's out in the punt team. Does Manitoba field this return clean?
You know, it's one of those things where, yeah, it matters for this game, but I'd like to see a couple here for Team Manitoba, just for your confidence levels heading into the weekend.
I couldn't agree more. Whether it's timing, whether it's assignments, you want your players earning 12 check marks on these next few series.
Manitoba going to return it here. Had the option for a single. And that's one of those things that the coaches are probably going to be talking to the returner about on the sidelines here, Tommy.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. If that ball went into the end zone, they may award a amateur rule which moves the football up, but it looks like they're spotting this at the 7-yard line. If it is at the 7-yard line, yeah, you're telling your player, hey, give up the single. We'll take the field position. Again, maybe some coaching adjustments here needed for this Team Manitoba on special teams.
There is a player down on a knee here for Team Saskatchewan. I believe they actually might be walking this ball up. First minor game of the year, always forget about that rule.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as the officials deemed that the ball was in the end zone and an amateur returner brought it out, they should be moving the football up, and they are to the 20-yard line.
That's Dean Samuel, the man down on a knee for Saskatchewan. Looks okay as he's headed off the field.
Yeah, and again, this is that time where cramps start to happen and dehydration is starting to take its toll. Hopefully these players are getting hydrated down there on the sidelines.
You know, we talked about it a bit earlier, but I'm feeling it a little bit in the booth right now, even on a hot and smoky day. Something that it felt like we didn't have to deal with, at least in my childhood, growing up and playing baseball. Never had to worry about smoke, really, besides maybe the odd summer, but it's every summer now. It feels like we have to worry about this smoke, and it's not a fun thing to really talk about, but it is the reality that we're living in right now.
It certainly is, and just like weather can play a factor in any kind of football game, the unfortunate reality in Alberta right now is that smoke during the summer plays a part in who wins and loses football games. And you just hope that these guys aren't being affected by the smoke, and you know, hopefully it's not that big of a factor, but I can tell you, yeah, my voice is feeling raspy here, inhaling that smoke. 32 set here for Manitoba.
2nd and 11, they're going to go down to the screens, run across the 25. Good second down pickup there for Team Manitoba. We'll leave them at about a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, and you know what? That's the first sort of aggressive play I think we've seen out of this Manitoba team. This is all it is. Get the ball to your talented athletes and get some positive yardage. It's simple. I love it.
Manitoba snapped it quick, going for the quarterback sneak. Not sure if they had enough. They needed a full yard. There is a flag on the play, and it is against Manitoba. So Saskatchewan probably taking the penalty here either way.
Another 3rd down failure here. That is a real tough one. On 3rd down, if you're going to go the quick count, this better be something that you've repped, and you better tell those offensive linemen, hey, if we're going quick count, you get your butts up to the line of scrimmage because we're snapping that thing on first sound.
On the Manitoba offensive line, they weren't set up for 1 second. Dead ball, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down repeated.
Huge.
The punting unit has to come out now, and it did look like they might have had that first down, if only by an inch or two. I think they had spotted it just across the 30.
And again, when both teams go home and break down this film, the tale for me has been 3rd down dominance by Team Saskatchewan. Again, that's one where it's an example of Manitoba shooting themselves in the foot without being set on that, but 3rd down dominance by Team Saskatchewan has them up big here in the 3rd quarter.
Time starting to run out here in the 3rd quarter. Punt here will bounce just inside the 45. Lafreniere has to track back to the 50. Manitoba tries to jump on it. Don't believe they had anyone on side, so should be a no yards here.
I don't see a no yards flag, and from up here, it looked like that ball was touched by a Team Manitoba player first. Tough to tell. But interesting that we did not see the no yards flag out there.
There's at least 3-4 guys there within the 5-yard radius,
Yeah,
and I think they're going to talk about it now.
Which is great. I love that the officials are going to take a second here, get together as a group and say, hey, let's spend 2 minutes and make the right call. That's a great job by this veteran officiating crew. Let's talk about the A-gap pressure. It looks like they chipped it there, but it is still dominating you. If you are a punt protector, okay, and you are an up back, your worst nightmare is someone coming through the A-gap untouched. Protect inside out and let your punter punt the ball comfortably. tough for Team Manitoba.
So they did drop a flag there as the refs were talking it over.
And it's going to be a 15-yard, no yard, which again is going to wipe out the net gain of that punt.
It's kind of been the story of the game really here for, well, both teams, is just the net starting position for Team Saskatchewan. I'm sure if you were to average it out, it's probably got to be right about here, the Manitoba 34.
You're absolutely correct. And the odds of scoring anytime that you're getting the ball on the positive 35-yard line, you are statistically going to put points on the board 80% of the time. So let's see what Saskatchewan does here.
You know, and it looked like their kicker, Kai Griffin, had a bit of a leg too. Oh, man, they got a guy wide open downfield, but they just couldn't quite get it there. There's a bit of pressure on the quarterback. And Team Saskatchewan will miss an opportunity to make that lead a little bigger.
Yeah, looked like a blown coverage there in the secondary, but really good play action. This is where play action is deadly. If you've established the run game, now you've got linebackers coming downhill on that play action pass. That's a great play call there from the Team Saskatchewan offense coordinator. Unfortunately for them, quarterback just short arms that wide open wide receiver.
They were looking for Jeremiah Sullivan in the end zone. Corbin Thompson, the new football thrower, into the game for Saskatchewan. Some of the backups coming in here for the offense. Quick throw down the right side. They were looking for Sullivan again. A couple receivers in the area maybe just weren't quite ready for it. And it looks like the punt team is coming on the field.
And this is a reoccurring play call for this Team Saskatchewan on important downs. It's the double curls into the boundary. What we're seeing out of this Team Manitoba defense is a lot of cut and a lot of hold where you're seeing a DB bail early before the snap. All that quarterback is doing is he's having a look into the boundary. He's saying, who's giving me the most cushion? I'm going to deliver that ball there. What I want that young quarterback to do, though, is settle his feet, deliver a strike. You've got lots of time. Here we are, third down. Let's see what Saskatchewan does.
I wanted to see a long field goal attempt from Kai Griffin.
Why not?
He's got 40 yards in him, I feel like.
Yeah,
You're
why
close
not?
to it. Hit the upright from, I believe it was 27. That one goes off one of the up men. Saskatchewan receives it. Oh, my goodness. Are they going to get a first down out of this? They do.
I don't know what to say about that. That gives me a flashback of the 2016 Vanier Cup between the Calgary Dinos and the Laval Rouge Or, where a punt was blocked, very similar like that. But how does Team Saskatchewan recover this and then allow, I mean, that punt, look at the speed.
I'll tell you what, Tommy, if I'm Dominic Weens, I'm probably saying that was intentional. I'm a running back. I kicked it off the back of one of my up men and ran for the first down.
Just like we drew it up. The old punt off the back of the head of the up back and then pick that ball up and run for a first down. Hey, sometimes in football things break down, but what a play from Team Saskatchewan. And again, when we talk about like the dominance of these programs and how it is a program effort to get wins, you can see how this Team Saskatchewan is such a high standard here for teams in the Western Challenge.
This isn't the longest penalty ever. That was the end of the third quarter. They're just flipping sides of the field here. Saskatchewan will keep possession at the 21.
And not a lot of hustle on that field change. I think the officiating crew and the boys down there are getting a little hot and getting a little tired. But Saskatchewan, show me something here. This is when you're diving deep into your playbook and you're saying, what else can we put on film before our Saturday matchup? 32 set, drops back. Oh, good confidence.
Thompson over the middle. He was looking for Barton.
Anytime you're throwing that crossing route, you want the boundary receiver to clear the tackle box. It looks like he gave him the number one fastball here. Take a little bit off that ball. Let your receiver run, okay? That's a good play call. I like it. Great footwork, but just take a little bit off that ball. Let your receiver run. 2nd and 10, Team Saskatchewan. They're going to take it. They got to take a shot here. Have to.
Thompson, quick pass to the left side. Flag on the plays. It was off the fingertips of Jeremiah Sullivan.
Yeah, and that's a classic young wide receiver where he's thinking about running with the football before he catches it. Delivers a strike. You got to have that one. This quarterback, that guy delivers some velocity, man. I don't know if the New York Yankees are watching, but if this kid might be throwing low 70s right now.
Hopefully the Blue Jays.
Hopefully the Blue Jays.
Yankees don't need any more pitchers right now.
Good point. Yeah, hopefully the Blue Jays. That's fair. That's fair. Well, I don't know what that penalty was. That was in the offensive backfield.
Equipment violation. Number
Oh,
5,
interesting.
Saskatchewan.
So what can that be?
Pulling his knee pads up over his knees.
There it is. He answered me.
Penalty, second down.
Okay.
Pulling his knee pads up over his knees. I have never heard
Okay.
that one before.
This one is tough. So, yeah, this one is tough. This is a mandate from Football Canada. I believe this is the second year of it. And usually the officials give a warning, the first one, if the knee pads aren't covering, before they toss out the flag. But if those knee pads aren't covering the knees, they are definitely able to throw a flag. I'm not sure why that penalty was accepted, though. Because you've now just gone 2nd and 15. Maybe it is a dead ball
Instead of 3rd
foul.
and 10.
Yeah.
Timeout. Manitoba.
Now Manitoba taking a timeout. Yeah, it could be a dead ball foul. You know, I feel like we learn about a new rule every day at these events.
Yeah, if that's me, I'm going to be the Manitoba head coach and saying, why isn't it 3rd down? Because I would have declined the penalty and taken 3rd and 10 as opposed to 2nd and 15. That's me. You're down big here. You're fighting the clock in the 4th quarter. You do not want to give this offense another chance to score. Maybe their hope is, hey, we're going to push them out of field goal position? Maybe?
Could be.
Interesting.
Yeah. In that case, you're trusting your defense to basically keep them to a gain of under 5.
Okay, and the sticks have changed now, so it is 3rd and 15.
There we go.
That looks better. Okay, so 3rd and 15. And we've said Saskatchewan has dominated here on 3rd down. So what do you dial up in a 3rd and long when you're up big? For me, what this is you are setting a team up that you are playing on Saturday. What are you going to go to in 3rd and long in garbage time? This is an interesting play selection here for Team Saskatchewan. A lot of their 3rd downs, they've done the double curls into the boundary, but 3rd and 15, that's a bigger curl for both those receivers.
Lots of room down the right side here. As the defensive backs come right off, they're going to throw it there, and they cannot find the receiver, Logan Peterson.
And again, you see this quarterback make the decision to throw the football once that field side, look where that field side corner is. He's already declared, he's out there. Quarterback says, I'm going to deliver the ball out there. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication with his wide receiver on where he wanted to end up. But hey, that is the first stop for Team Manitoba on 3rd down today. That's something that you can build momentum on here. And you know what? 4th quarter time now, guys. Tempo up on offense, get the ball out quick, and let your playmakers roll here.
You know, Saskatchewan's been in control of this game, but I really don't feel like Manitoba, especially defensively, and offensively, they've still had their plays. It's not going their way. Saskatchewan's been the better team today, but it's not an awful performance here from Team Manitoba by any means. I think there's a few players that can hold their heads up high. There's a dart down the field, and it was juggled and not caught. Looked like Trey Naherney had a shot at it and just couldn't quite reel it in.
Even though that's incomplete, that's a great play by this Manitoba quarterback. He fields a bad snap, delivers a strike, and hey, I hate to say it, but if you're going to get hit anyways, you might as well hang on to the football. That's a great pass breakup by the Saskatchewan defense.
Miller Childress with the hit from the Carleton Crusaders.
2nd and 10. Looks like there might be pressure here coming from Saskatchewan.
There is. Off that right side of the line, quick pass to the outs, and they can't find the receiver.
And the timing on that blitz from Team Saskatchewan tells me that the offensive cadence from Team Manitoba has not changed this game. And the reason why we can tell that is because the linebackers are timing up their blitz with that snap count. Again, if I'm upstairs here for Team Manitoba, I'm radioing down and saying, hey, they're jumping the snap count. The next time that we're on a 2nd down conversion and we have to get it, let's go on 2 and see if we can draw an offside. But again, there's only so many things that you can install when you've got 3 or 4 days of prep before this tournament.
There is a player down here for Team Saskatchewan. Like you said, Tommy, we're at that point of the game where we're looking at cramps possibly. Didn't see anything on that play. Not sure what an injury would be here.
Yeah, even heat stroke at this point is a realistic thing. This is a real tough. 32 degrees. We got a little bit of smoke. It's hot out there, and I think these guys are doing a great job for Team Saskatchewan. So glad to see number 20 hopping off the field there.
You know, we do live sports broadcasting here, Tommy, but we're actually looking to get into hand modeling a little bit as well.
Just like Seinfeld, yeah, the hand models. You know what? It's great. It's great.
Excellent job by our production crew, as always, here at IC Live. We don't always work with a lot, and sometimes those little blunders happen.
I think we were showing off that there was no wedding ring on that hand. That's what I think.
There you go. Knows how to operate a saw, too. I think I saw 5 fingers. Good punt here for Team Manitoba.
Wow.
Best we've seen on the day is going to have Saskatchewan running back all the way inside their own 20. And that is a difference of about 60 yards on the punt from Team Manitoba.
And that might be their second best offensive play. Honestly, that was excellent. Better job shoring up that A-gap protection. It looks like they brought an up back to stand in there, but you can't hit him with the Olay block through the A-gap. Square him up. Okay, good gang tackle. I love to see that. Boys are still out there battling. Great job, Team Manitoba. But I'm going to say it might be a little bit too late.
Well, I think regardless, though, a good sign there for the punter, Luis Vasconcelos. You know, he's struggled a bit today, but I also think, and players don't like to hear excuses. A good player doesn't like to make excuses. But when they gave him a little bit of time, he got a really good punt off there. So if they can give him some more time, I think there's a bit more leg in those kicks for Vasconcelos.
You're totally correct. And for both punters and quarterbacks, one of the things that defenses try and do is they try and make quarterbacks uncomfortable by pressuring them in the pocket. If you're a punter and your last 4 punts, you've seen an A-gap pressure scream through you and you've just about had a punt block, that's got to be playing a factor. So great composure by that punter to, hey, flip the field for Team Manitoba.
So Saskatchewan starting from their own 25. That is 60 yards on the punt, on the nose. One of the best plays of the day for Team Manitoba. Handoff up the middle. It's Nightingale. Crosses the 35. He's got a first down.
And see, this is why I don't love these cut coverages, because Team Manitoba is taking their weak side halfback, and he's just peeling out. We need that halfback to support weak side run. As Saskatchewan's up 28 points here. They're going to be running the football in the fourth quarter. We want those halfbacks low to be D-gap defenders. Okay, Team Saskatchewan, keep that ball running.
Nightingale stays in at running back. Going to go with a quick pass down the right side. They've got a receiver. That's Peterson. Nice and easy pickup of 6 yards.
And again, all they're doing is identifying what field defender is deep, and we're going to throw that curl route there. If you can see it, the field side corner bails out. That's not a read. The quarterback is catching the football and throwing it. He is determining that pre-snap. That is great information that's being fed down from the Team Saskatchewan coaches upstairs. Team Manitoba, tighten up those corners. Get your halfbacks involved. It's run the clock time here, fellas. Let's go.
Playbook fully open here for Saskatchewan on 2nd and 3. Might have got Manitoba to jump. Could be a free play. They'll go to the air, and some contact there too. No flag on the contact, but I believe we have an offsides here on Manitoba.
If they got them to jump, that's a great play call.
They did. Yeah, don't see anyone moving there for Saskatchewan. Matthew Saul did jump a little early, but that would have been after the defender was in the neutral zone.
And that, we talked about it earlier where, you only have so much time to prepare. That's one of those things that great job by Team Saskatchewan to say, hey, it's 2nd and short. Let's see if we can draw them offside and get the first down by penalty on a free play. That is high-level coaching from Team Saskatchewan. Love to see it. And, hey, to have that in an all-star game, excellent job. Dang, good play call. 32 set here. Again, gun weak. Look for them to go weak side zone. Keep this clock moving.
Nightingale on the run. There's a big hole down the right side. Crossing midfield and trucks a defender. He falls forward. Another first down for Nightingale.
And again, if I'm getting gashed on weak side run, I need that weak side halfback helping out. You see how he's peeling out? He's 20 yards deep. If he's just standing there, he's running to where the ball carrier is. If I am Team Manitoba, please give me some hold into the boundary. Get that halfback down low. And on the field side, quit bailing out so early. Team Saskatchewan has done a great job of capitalizing on some of these Manitoba mistakes.
14-yard run. Moves the sticks forward. Thompson out to the left on the run, was looking for Fairbairn and aired it over him.
And again, that's a right-arm quarterback rolling out to his left. Rolling out to his left as a right-arm quarterback. Really difficult for him to get his shoulder pads square and make that throw. Tough when you've got two quarterbacks as a lefty and a righty. It is tough. And that's one of those intricacies that can be difficult to manage as an offensive coordinator.
Always good to see both quarterbacks getting some reps in
And
a
moving
game like
the ball.
this.
Yeah,
Yep.
and you know, having confidence, because if you want to win the gold medal game, you got to have a quarterback that's confident and can dominate with the football.
Thompson, deep drop back here, trying to set up the screen. That pressure got there pretty quick, and he couldn't get it to Nightingale.
That looked so good. He had so much patience, but again, just zips that thing in a little hot at the end there. Great patience. They set it up beautifully. A little bit of air under that young fella. Let your ball carrier catch that thing and go do the work for you. Great play call on second down, but unfortunately they do not connect.
So they can't pick up the first down here. Punting unit is out, but that does kill about 3-4 minutes for Saskatchewan, so maybe still a positive for them there on that drive.
Totally. And again, they're at the point where they are diving a little bit deeper into the play calling, where maybe we haven't repped these plays as much, but it's a good time to get your guys live reps.
Weens has to take a step back. There is a flag on the snap. Weens directs it down towards his left side. Manitoba picks it up, and a quick return there to about the 33. We'll check the flag.
I'm going to say this. If Saskatchewan has a long snapper that is floating punts, floating snaps back like that, you need to start sending pressure, okay? That punter looks like he's playing at 10 yards. It is easier to block a punter at 10 yards because you have less distance to travel. This is one of those things that, hey, if I'm looking to play Team Saskatchewan on Saturday and they have a punter at 10 yards and they're struggling with that long snapper, send some pressure. Anything can happen on third down punts in Canadian football.
I believe it's a penalty against Saskatchewan here, so it'll be a decision for Manitoba. Do you take the play?
Legal procedure, Saskatchewan, no end. That penalty is declined. First down, Manitoba.
Okay, first down here for Manitoba. You got 7 minutes on the clock. This is the drive where you are building momentum for your next game. What are our plays that we have confidence in, and what can we run and execute? 32 set. We haven't seen many different formations here from Team Manitoba.
Handoff up the middle. Hard hit there from Team Saskatchewan. Griffin Wells on the tackle.
And again, in an all-star tournament, you only have so many days of preparation. But one of the things that offenses can do and take advantage of is by making unique formations that the defense might not have seen or might not have prepared for. You can use the same offensive concept in multiple formations. If I'm Team Manitoba, I want to start to see us change up this 32 set because it looks like Saskatchewan has done a good job of adjusting to it.
Quarterback run here, and it's a good one.
That is a good one. I like it when quarterbacks are not sliding, okay? We're in an all-star game here. It's the middle of summer. We call your number. Run downfield, get that first down. That's a great effort there from the Manitoba quarterback.
Grayson Patz out of Springfield Collegiate Institute.
Heck yeah, no slide zone. I like that.
First and 10 for Team Manitoba. Just over 6 minutes left to go in this one.
And again, this 32 gun week looks like a wide receiver stack in the boundary.
Pressure from Saskatchewan picked up by Patz, rolling out to the right, throws it into heavy traffic. There's a couple guys on each side there, and ends up falling to the ground.
Looks like a really good blitz pickup here by the Manitoba back off the edge. Really good pickup. Oh, he just kind of missed him. But again, quarterback a little bit unsettled in that backfield, and he forces a throw into the boundary there on first down. Yeah, tough. Tough, Manitoba. Something quick. Get the ball to some playmakers. 32 set in that gun week again. Saskatchewan's been sending pressure, but they don't hear.
Pat's looking deep over the middle. Tons of contact there on Pirani. And You think that one should have drawn a flag there, Tommy?
I don't know if that's catchable, but you can tell this quarterback is not comfortable in the pocket. Okay, little bit of flat foot. He puts that high and long, and if you're throwing that across the middle, you got to deliver strikes. Unfortunate there for Team Manitoba as they send out the punt team here on 3rd and 10. Yeah, you know what? If you've got an uncomfortable quarterback in that pocket, you want to make it easy for him. Catch the football, one read, deliver a strike, and unfortunately for Team Manitoba, we don't want that one read to be a throw into double coverage. So those are things that if I'm Team Manitoba, I want to simplify this for my quarterback and say, let's give him simpler reads here on first down passes. Okay, we can see they've gotten up back in that strong A-gap. Number 34, I believe it is here for Team Manitoba. You're getting my ISO cam on this pressure. I want to see you shoulder pad square, take this A-gap pressure away. And if I'm Team Saskatchewan, you've been close on 4 punts. It's time to block one. Let's see what they do here. One returner. This looks like pressure from Team Saskatchewan.
Vasconcello's just had a great punt. We'll see if he has time here. He does. This one off the side of his foot, but away from the returner, so might work out okay. Bit of a fumble there from Fairbairn, but he picks it up. Not any room there, down just across the 35. Another good special teams play there for Team Manitoba.
That was excellent. They picked up the pressure. Look at how beautiful this pocket is for this punter. No one in his face, and unfortunately for the punter, it's a little bit off the side of his foot, but look at the coverage here by Team Manitoba. You set up the net, come downfield, break down, and boom, rally to the football. Great rep there by Team Manitoba. That's one of their best punts of the day.
Saskatchewan up by 28 with about 5.5 minutes left to go.
Okay, 32 set there in their gun week.
And the ball off up the middle. It's a run for the punter and running back, Dominic Weens.
And that is great footwork by Dominic Weens. Look at this lateral sidestep that he makes in the hole. That is next level cuts. Look at this. Foot in the ground, boom. Cut once, cut twice, make a defender miss, get positive yards on first down. That is what Saskatchewan does so well as they set themselves up with a 2nd and short. Great play design, good play call.
A couple yards to go here. They'll put the ball right back into the hands of Weens. This time Manitoba meets him in the backfield, but Weens kept pushing forward. He's right at the yardstick here. We'll see where the officials have him spotted. Right now, it looks like they're going to give him a first down. They do.
And yeah, you see that offensive line for Saskatchewan taking their zone steps, and unfortunately, they miss a defender on the backside. Really good penetration there by the Manitoba defense, but unfortunately, they do give up the first down to Team Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan keeping the ball on the ground, keeping that clock running. Now just over 4 minutes to play. This time they're going to go to the air. They make an easy looking completion out to the left side there. Blaze Pettipiece.
Turn that up. When we talk about simplicity, look at the decision from this quarterback. He's catching the football and he's delivering it. He knows where the football's going as he catches it. 1-2, ball's out. Excellent job here. And again, I've been saying it all day. Get the ball to your playmakers and just let them make some moves. That's an excellent job here by Team Saskatchewan, and it's why they're up 34-6 here on Team Manitoba.
Nice cut there from Pettipiece as well. I think we've pretty much seen everybody on the Saskatchewan offense get a touch here.
31 double I, we'd call this a red backfield. It's going to be,
Might have been an option play. Manitoba with a heavy hit on Thompson there, who had given himself up. Maybe a second too late.
Yeah,
I think Thompson might have wanted a call on that one.
Looked like he turned the wrong way, like they were setting up stretch to the strong side. Don't think there was an RPO attached to that, as that wide receiver on the top side looks like he's blocking. Generally just a miscommunication there from your quarterback, but now you're in a 2nd and 15. Do we go back to the draw? Do we go back to screen? What do these guys think? 41 set.
He'll go to the air. Thompson flushed out of the pocket. Ball is out. And, looked like Manitoba was on top of it. Not sure now.
This is great bend. That is what we would call that by D lineman number 5, Braxton Cockle, who's been making plays all day for this Manitoba. Look at him bend this edge. Boom, off the field, around, dip the inside shoulder, Find that football, young fella. Get it out, and that is a big play for Manitoba. We highlighted this defensive line group earlier. These guys are excellent. Way to make a play. Number 5, Braxton Cockle for Team Manitoba.
I think Caleb Edwards might have came in late to recover it. I don't think we've had an official decision from these refs yet. The Manitoba offense and Saskatchewan defenses are on the field.
Again, shout out to these officials. I'm always okay as a coach when they take a second to get together as a crew and make the right call. Eager to see here what they're going to decide after the strip sack fumble on that play by, again, number 5, Braxton Cockle. There's a couple guys on this D-line by Manitoba. Just set those guys free. Let them go eat, and great example of that one there as they make the play on 2nd and long. Yeah, if you've, I hate to say it, but if you've got this Manitoba team and watching these guys come out of the locker room, when you have such a size advantage, you got to win at the line of scrimmage, and that's something that the consistency of winning in the line of scrimmage for Team Manitoba is something that needs to improve before their Saturday matchup.
They do rule that Manitoba did recover that football, so 3:01 left to go. They haven't whistled the 3-minute warning yet, so one play will hit the 3-minute warning. And we got another early whistle on the play. Maybe just a bit of a miss spot.
Yeah, looked like Saskatchewan coach was considering taking a timeout, and they said, 3 minutes left, let the boys play. Quick swing.
Lots of room here for Manitoba to run. And they'll pick up about 10 yards. Nice little swing pass there out to Austin Taylor.
Get on the LOS and run it again. We talk about making simple passes. Get the ball to your talented receiver. This is all it needs to be. Look at this. This is great blocking. This is great pass, great run. That's excellent and great first down there for Team Manitoba. Keep it rolling, fellas. If you're having trouble picking up this pressure from Saskatchewan, what slows down the pass rush is quick passes. Get that football out.
Grayson Pats on the quarterback run. Has some room, cuts it back to the middle. He'll pick up 12 consecutive first downs for Team Manitoba.
Great vision. Yep, I love it. That quarterback keeper, he puts his head down. Great job there. That's just a ball player, man. Making plays. Great job by the quarterback.
I like what Grayson Pats gives this offense. It's just that extra option of the quarterback run that defenses will have to look out for.
Well, again, Manitoba hasn't had much offensive success since the first series, and it looked like we've had a little bit of a spark here with 3 minutes left in the fourth, down to 2:14. 23 set, back vacates, hitch screen to the boundary.
Nice move to get away from pressure there for Benjamin Penner. Turns a loss of 5 into a gain of 4.
And again, if you're going to have 4 bodies into the boundary side, you better block the one that's lined up, head up on the intended receiver. That's one that, again, I'm telling those guys, hey, number 4, we need you to pick up that corner if he's pressed down low on the hit screen. But 2nd and 6. An obvious 3-down territory here for Team Manitoba. So you got 2 downs for 6 yards.
Another run for Manitoba. They're going to be short, not by much. Should set up a 3rd and 1 after the run from Jabari Marshall.
Now again, I want to see tempo. Get the guys on the line, right? Do we need to huddle up right now? Get the guys on the line, because this is something that if you have a tempo offense, it challenges defenses. You have to get the play call in quickly. You can't substitute. I'm looking for a little bit more tempo here from Team Manitoba, down 34-6 with 2 minutes left.
3rd and 1. Manitoba looking to put some points on the scoreboard for the first time since the opening drive. Quarterback run for Grayson Pats. Not a long one, but enough for another first down. Ball did come out late, but play was already whistled.
And chalk that up as a 2nd, 3rd down conversion here for the Team Manitoba. Yeah, great confidence in that quarterback running the ball, and this is what we're talking about. Building momentum for your next game coming up, and it looks like we've got some confidence rolling here in the Manitoba quarterback. A lot of clock rolling off here. 32 set, gun weak, backs vacating early. Oh.
Pats decides just to fall on it. Looked like a good snap. Pats just not quite being able to handle it.
Yeah. Little bit of a knuckleball on that snap, and it's always a bad look when 3 of your offensive linemen are on the ground. But you know what? That's one of those things. If I'm a Manitoba coach, you need to find time where we're working these shotgun snaps. We've had too many snaps today go over quarterback's head. So whether it's the 10 minutes before practice, the 10 minutes after practice, I want to see this Manitoba center and quarterback taking more snaps.
2nd and 15 now, likely still 3-down territory here for Manitoba.
And they've got 3 into the boundary set, and they're releasing the back to the strong side.
Pats over the middle, off the fingertips of the receiver Naherney, who is well covered.
And that looked like there may have been some early contact on that one.
Let's see.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe there was no jersey tug, but a lot of times as officials see any kind of hand on the back, they usually give that call. But hey, fortunate there for Team Saskatchewan to get the pass breakup, and no orange laundry on the field after that 2nd down attempt.
3rd and 15. If they don't get it, it'll likely be the last play of the game for the Manitoba offense with 54 seconds to go. Grayson Pats looking right, going close to the end zone. Jump ball is tipped away, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, and you know what? Again, clean snap here, but I just don't know what the read is there. I get that it's 3rd and 15, but we're throwing it into double or triple coverage on that seam. That's a tough throw. I get we're trying to make something happen, but hey, great stop by that Saskatchewan defense, and that's just something that's going to build on confidence as they likely move on to the gold medal game on Saturday.
Manitoba does still have a timeout left, so Saskatchewan with 48 seconds to go, probably still going to be running it here. Not quite quarterback need territory yet. A lot of times in these blowouts, you just run plays anyways at this point, right?
It's going to be zone weak run, and watch this boundary halfback. Oh, the boundary halfback is down. The boundary halfback's down. Does he add in? Look at that. That's better. We finally see it where that boundary side halfback's low, and Manitoba does a good job crunching that run for a gain of 5.
So take me through what happened here. What was the difference on that defensive play from the plays before?
Yeah, so Manitoba has been running a boundary cut, which means the boundary corner is low, and what that halfback is doing is he's vacating about a second before the snap. He's getting over the top. Well, when you're giving up boundary side runs, man, you need that halfback as an extra defender in the box. I'm telling that halfback, hey, if you're seeing run, add in.
Another run here, stretch. Down the right side, Manitoba defends well. 16 seconds to go here, so Saskatchewan can snap it once the clock hits zeros, and that'll be ball game.
Manitoba's done a great job of anytime they keep this back moving laterally, Manitoba is running to the football. That is a highlight of this defense. You pair that with a strong defensive line, they have the makings of an excellent defense. I think there's skill guys on both sides, but man, I'm impressed with this Manitoba defense. Maybe just a few tweaks, and these guys are going to be looking to execute well on their next game on Saturday.
Victory formation here for Team Saskatchewan.
Always good when you get to go to the victory formation. Always happy. And you know what? I'm going to say this. This is well earned by Team Saskatchewan today, and they were down 6 off the opening drive, and from that point on came out and dominated Team Manitoba here today for a 34-6 victory.
34 unanswered points. Team Saskatchewan has punched their ticket to the first place game. They'll play the winner of Team Alberta and Team BC tonight at 1 o'clock on Saturday. Of course, Team Manitoba with the loss, they'll play on Saturday as well in the third place game of the loser of tonight's game, 10 a.m. Those games right here at McMahon Stadium, same time, same place. You can watch it at the same place too on the Football Alberta YouTube channel. Teams will shake them up here. Tommy, what did we see today from Team Saskatchewan? How do you feel about them going into Saturday?
Yeah, okay. I don't want to say I came in with some preconceived notions, but I did. Team Saskatchewan has a history of dominating in these Western challenges. They have the recipe for success down, and they showed up and delivered. You can tell there is confidence within this coaching staff. Going down 6 off the opening possession might have had a younger coaching staff a little bit shook, but I think Team Saskatchewan did a great job of making some coaching adjustments and taking advantage of what Manitoba was giving them. So well done, Team Saskatchewan. And hey, great individual effort from Manitoba players. That was a great showcase of excellent football. What a game.
All right, let's give our crew a break here. It's 6:30. 7 o'clock is the next kickoff. Team Alberta and Team BC coming right up here from McMahon Stadium. Team Saskatchewan takes game 1, 34-6.